Hey man, I know I'm in here dolo, but like I said, bro, with him right here, but I'm gonna say it all while he not here too. Shout out to my brother, man. Like if only y'all knew, bro, the growth in this man right here, it's crazy, bro. And then what he doing right now, this shit is good, bro. Like even though we talk off camera about this type of stuff all the time, amongst ourselves, bro, I do feel like I ain't gonna say it was necessary, but I do like the fact that I have to sit here and open up myself to the world, pretty much, bro. Cause this shit is healing at the end of the day. Um, but yeah, shout out to Big Bro, man. This shit is dope. I'm glad to be on here, and y'all go follow me at King Teej 400 on Instagram. You feel me? Teej Durham on Facebook. Y'all gonna be seeing a lot more of me on here, so stay tuned.
All right, welcome back to Minority Emotions, the podcast. I'm your host, Herc. And as always, if you haven't, go ahead and follow us on Instagram at Minority Emotions, the podcast. Yes, I finally got it fixed to where Instagram will let me change my name to where it's no longer the underscore VDP, which is weird. They let me actually change it to the name of the podcast. So it is Minority Emotions, the podcast. Follow us on TikTok under the same name at Minority Emotions, the podcast. If you want to come be on the podcast, shoot me an email to Minority Emotions, the podcast at gmail.com. All right, today we got Richmond, Virginia native, my little brother, scholar, associates, associates in business, working on his business degree in business marketing, um, high school basketball runner-up, state champion runner-up, college athlete, just an all-around athlete actually, and probably one of the dopest young dudes I know. Teej, welcome to the show, man. Appreciate
What's up,
you.
man?
How you feeling?
Appreciate you having me. I'm excited, bro.
Excited? Not nervous?
Not nervous. I'm also excited because I rock with what you're doing,
Okay.
and I'm trying to help it grow. You feel me?
Okay. Before we get into your story, first, this is my little brother, man, and as he got older, I wasn't able to be around to kind of drink. We lived across the country from each other, so today we will be sipping a drink today, and our drink of choice today is Maker's Mark. So real quick, again, thank you for coming and being on the show.
So,
Before we actually get really deep into your story, I want to know, when I told you I was going to do the podcast and what I was doing it for, what was your first thoughts?
that's a good question. My first thoughts was well, you always been on your content shit, to be honest. So it wasn't really out of left field, but the fact that you wanted to sit down and have convos with people, it definitely was surprising, But hell yeah, I was hype. I was like, hell yeah, we need somebody to get famous in this motherfucker. So yeah,
Famous. If I get famous, that'd be cool. It'd be kind of weird. And I wanted you to be on the show for a long time, but you were living out in Arkansas, and you told me you really wasn't really fucking with the virtual.
Virtual, yeah, man.
Said eventually you said you would do it, but then God had different plans, and now you're here. So again, welcome to the show. All right, so tell us, where were you born?
I was born in Raleigh, North Carolina, Wake Med to be exact.
Okay, and growing up in North Carolina, how was that for you?
Man, it was a ball. Really, I don't got too many bad memories from North Carolina. It was always fun. Got the memories of us sharing that damn room at the crib, just having so many memories in there. I actually thought that's where I was gonna live all of my life. So,
Would you consider North Carolina to be home?
That's a good question. No.
Okay. Yeah, because we had our sister Quetta out here, and she said, obviously we spend a lot of time in North Carolina, but she doesn't consider North Carolina to be home as well. Where would you consider to be home?
Richmond for sure.
Why Richmond?
Because that's where all my real life experiences happen. I know I got a couple people in North Carolina that probably remember me here and there, but the consensus, nobody really remembers me from North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was there till 5th grade, but nobody really remembers that. Elementary school is kind of far back in your brain. We grown now, so all my experiences that shaped me, was in Richmond. Most of my friends, people I call family in Richmond, so definitely I say Richmond.
Okay. So growing up, obviously we had a two-parent whole household. We had our mother that we share, and then we had your father. Having both of them in the household, how was that for you?
Well, for the time that it did happen, it was cool. Definitely had a lot of structure. Let's say that we definitely had a lot of structure. And there was a lot of love in the house for sure. So it was cool.
Now we have there's seven of us. You're number five.
Yeah.
So you're not the middle child. I think the middle child would be what, Jew?
Jew probably.
Yeah, yeah. How was it being the number five and also being the baby boy of the family for you?
Shit, it was great, man. Just on some real, on the real, just being able to learn from everybody in front of me for sure. Watch stuff y'all got in trouble for. Let me not do that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that on that tip. But then also, it was kind of in the way because I just always yearned to be older. I always wanted to be grown so fast. Now that I'm grown, I wish I didn't, but I always wanted to be grown so fast. And being a baby boy got his perks for sure. Everybody want to say that I'm mama favorite. That's bullshit. But
Yeah, I don't think you're mom's favorite. I think it's pretty evident who mom's favorite is. Big shout out to Nubby. Oh no, my bad. She doesn't want to be called that no more. She wants to be called. Forgive me. Damn, Jen.
Jen?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's news to me. Well,
yeah.
shout out to Jen, man.
When she came here for Christmas, funny story. She came here for Christmas last year. She introduced herself to, I forget who she introduced herself to. She was like, "Yeah, my name's Jen." I was like, "Jen? Like, who the hell is Jen?" And then she kind of gave me the backstory on where the Jen came from. I guess her significant other, her boyfriend, I guess that's what he called her. And it kind of stuck.
Okay.
And so she just introduces herself as a Jen now.
Now that's funny.
But she said that for us, we could still call her Nubby.
Right.
But let me stop saying that on camera because she wants everybody to refer to her as Jen.
I
Speaking
get it,
of
though.
that, I was going to say, speaking of that, so you like to go by Teej. Now, let me ask you this. Why Teej instead? Because obviously you're not ashamed of your real name, Tonje.
Right.
And then forever you was known as TJ. Why do you prefer to be called Teej?
Pretty much just creating something that I feel like was myself, for myself, you know what I'm saying? The name actually originates, Pops used to call me this, actually. He was the only person who used to call me Teej every now and then. And I remember that.
Yeah.
But, TJ was cool. Tonje, I actually did used to be a little embarrassed about my name growing up. I'm not even going to lie. Used to cringe when they about to call my name for the role in class, man. Hands get clammy and shit. I'd be like, fuck. Because everybody used to make jokes about my name, say I sound like I'm from Africa. That was a little running joke.
Especially with your middle name.
Right.
Can I say it?
Go ahead.
So, he has three names. I would say their last name, Tonje Kahara Marquise. Did mom and them ever tell you where Kahara came from?
Well, they kind of told me the meaning. I think it means like prince or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But where it came from, mom always just throw that on Pops. She always said that was his idea.
Okay. So let me ask you this: getting into your life story.
Let me finish though, real quick. So with my name, that's what I was getting at. So like TJ, that's what y'all call me, and that's what I was used to. Even when I first moved to Richmond, what I'm saying, that's what people call me in school and stuff. It wasn't really until social media. I got me some social media, and I was like, all right, yeah, time to rebrand. Time to rebrand, and that's where the Teej came from, and pretty much where everybody know me as. So,
okay. Growing up, who out of the family would you say you was the closest to when you're younger?
Probably Nay. Nay, for sure. Nay used to spoil me right, man. You know what I'm saying? She called me her little boo always, so definitely Nay. And then she always had to find friends and stuff too, so I used to want to be around. For sure though, Nay.
All right, big shout out to Nay. Out of our parents, who would you say you had a stronger relationship with when you were younger?
Mom for sure.
Mom?
Yeah. Shout out to Pops though, but definitely Mom.
Before we get into Mom, let's get into your dad. Okay. I like to call him my dad too. Because he I have my biological father, and no shade to him, but just the way things worked out, I was predominantly raised by your father. right? So our dad. Um, how would you describe your relationship with him when you were younger, and then how it progressed to where it is now?
Yeah, we had to take a shot before that one. I would say younger, it was probably a little more strong because, as a kid, you looking for that. You looking for that connection with your pops, and especially him being around and me seeing my siblings not have their actual biological dad around. I definitely, wanted to make it a point to be close. But, as we get older, get our own mindset, want to start doing our own thing, it definitely start separating. Then once mom and dad did separate, I will say it definitely took a toll. Um, Personally, I felt like he would only talk to us just to get to mom, or you know what I'm saying. Him rocking with us. Not saying rocking, 'cause I know he loves us, but him actually making an effort to be in our life predicated around what he had going on with mom.
Got you. So you feel before I ask that, actually, how would you say that their separation affected you?
It actually did. Now looking back, it actually affected me a lot. Cause like I said, when they were both in the household, it was very structured, very strict. Once they separated, mom she got a little lenient. You know what I'm saying? And I took whole advantage of that. Let's just say that I'm gonna keep it real. I took complete advantage of that, and I started going down a path that I probably wouldn't have went down if he probably was still there. To be honest, just nothing too crazy, but doing stuff just on my YN shit.
That you brought that up, the YN thing. I hear like mixed things on the YN, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hear some people say that we shouldn't call our young black guys YNs, right? Because the connotation that surrounds that,
Right.
it's nothing positive about it. It's negative, and so we're speaking that onto them versus trying to speak positive. I don't necessarily agree with calling them black kings either, though.
Yeah, no.
And I know I'll probably catch some slack from people from that. I probably have to have some conversations when they hear this. But
Yeah.
for me, it's just like I don't like calling everybody kings, everybody queens. I don't like doing that because I don't feel like everybody is a king, everybody's a queen. If you just look at the way the world was designed in the past, and everybody's not a king, everybody's not a queen.
Some motherfuckers is peasants.
Yeah, and their actions show. So if you have I feel like if you have like really good high morals and ethics, and like you're a real positive influence to the community,
Right.
not just doing good things, like I'm saying like going to work and don't commit a crime. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like people who affect the community, affect the people around them, touch lives
Right.
in a positive way. I could see them being considered called a king, right? Because you're somebody who the community, who like I said, positively affects the community. People look up to,
Right.
people quote unquote praise, right? So I think that is fitting, and same for the females being called a queen, but calling everybody a queen, it's like, especially I heard somebody on a podcast once say this. They said you can't be calling all these girls queens when they got so many bodies.
I don't agree with that one just
Uh-oh.
because I feel like the queen shit back in the day, she probably had the most bodies too. She can get whatever she want. Bring that dick here. You know what I'm saying? That's all she got to do. You feel me? So for sure, I'm not going with that one because I feel like the queen, people just don't know her dirty secrets. You know what I'm saying?
So maybe that's the other side of it. Maybe it's just all these women out here who are just so outwardly promiscuous.
I mean, shit, that's in our nature, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
really judge that shit, bro. I mean, yeah, of course,
No, I'm
respect
just
your
saying.
body.
I'm saying like referring to. I'm not judging either. You do what you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like this is why I don't call everybody queen. I just don't call nobody that king or queen because I'm just like, who am I to? I don't know you to call you that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know what you do in your personal life. I don't know what you do behind closed doors. Like, you might not be kingly.
With the YN shit, I'm gonna call you a YN if you act like a YN. I'm not just calling somebody a YN just because they young. You know what I'm saying? If you got YN tendencies and everybody knows what it is, let's put it on the table now. Like, I know do I got to do it? I'll do it right now. A YN is pretty much a motherfucker that don't give a fuck about their life, don't give a fuck about the people around in life, and is just ready to crash out over the dumbest shit, or just ignorant. You know what I'm saying? That don't want to learn nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you get called that, 9 out of 10, that's what you is, bro. And it ain't no slight, no disrespect. You should take that, and if you don't like it, change that shit.
So with that being said, with your definition of YN, what's one YN thing you've done? Because you refer to yourself on some YN shit.
Boy, I'm gonna just pinpoint. I'd say the most prominent thing, like back in my early high school days, we used to go to the team parties, whatever, right? And looking back on this shit, the shit kind of, I don't even want to say that. I don't want to get canceled on this motherfucker, but the shit kind of, it's kind of zesty, bro. If I can say, bro, because we sitting here in this party, all these girls around, they shaking that. Cool. After the party, you done got shook on by this girl, this girl, this girl. Instead of trying to lock that in, go get the number and stuff after the parties, what we like to do is find random niggas and just whoop their ass for no reason. Real talk. And I look back on that shit, I'm not proud of it, bro. That shit was lame as hell. Like, yeah. But we used to do it every party, bro. Every party, like, and people can attest to it. They watching and y'all know our little group we used to be in, bro. But like, we get out to the party, bro, have a good ass time. Ain't had no beef with nobody in the party, but after the party, now we out here mobbing, 30 deep, looking for niggas. And it won't always one nigga. Sometimes it will be one nigga to catch it, but mainly we'll look for groups, but at the end of the day, there was no reason for us to be fighting them, bro. We just was doing that shit because we thought that fighting was fun.
What would you say is a bad childhood memory you have?
A bad childhood memory?
Before you moved to Virginia.
Before moving to Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh, you know this one. Shit, the first time I got shot at. For sure.
Okay.
So, you want me to tell the story?
Yep.
Okay, so, back in the day, I fucked with Bruce Lee heavy. I wanted to be on my karate shit. So I begged mom to put me in karate, you know what I'm saying? And she finally did it. And I remember one day after karate class, good, regular old night. We went to the store. I remember it was a good night because mom had let us pick out a snack that we could get and stuff. So we was happy, cool. But I knew something was off though, because we get home. You remember how our house was? It was the last house in the neighborhood. Had a lot of like wooded area next to it. Mm-hmm. Real dark outside. Street light was probably at the beginning of our yard. So like it was darker, like where the driveway at. Yeah. So I remember it. She usually get home. All right, y'all grab the stuff. Let's get out. We all get out together. For some reason this day, mom was like, y'all stay in the house. I'm about to go unlock the door, and I'm going to come back and get y'all. Why? Don't know.
Stay in the car, you mean?
Yeah, she said stay in the car. That's what I meant. Yeah, she said stay in the car, and I'm about to go unlock the door, then we'll come out and then we'll grab the groceries and go in the house. And Jen, she was a baby at this time, still getting carried in the car seat. I was probably about 7 years old. Jay was probably about 5, so just to give some context on our ages. So, she comes back, we grab the stuff, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, while we were in the car, we had the dome light on. Mm-hmm. Just in there, just being kids, playing around and stuff like that. So we get out the car, we're walking towards, you remember how we had to walk? We're walking towards the porch, and we hear a gunshot. At first when we hear it, we like, what the fuck? Like, that don't happen in our neighborhood for real like that. You know what I'm saying? So we hear a gunshot, we like, are we tripping? And we hear another one. So then that's when we get to ducking. I saw mom turn into a damn superhero, bruh. She got down, grabbed me and Jay with one hand, had Nub in the other hand, and literally, she slung Nub up the stairs into the house. Yes, my bad, Jen. She slung Jen up the stairs into the house. That's gonna be hard for me to do. I ain't gonna lie. But she slung Jen upstairs into the house, and with me, she pushed me and Jay up the stairs, so far up the stairs that I hit my shin on the daggone top stair. I remember it like it was yesterday. But
and they were brick.
Yeah, and we get in the house, and I remember we were sitting there, and mom was freaking out. And this one I knew at that time when I knew that I was good at handling crisis situations and stuff like that, because I don't know why. Normal little kid would have been scared to death. I was calm as a fan, cool as a fan. I helped calm mom down with the whole situation. I even offered, because my brother, Jew, was across the street at Eddie's house. And I even offered to go grab him. Mom was like, hell no, of course not. You ain't going back out there. But I would say, yeah, that situation, because at the time, I didn't know we were getting shot at. It wasn't until the next day we see the bullet, the bullets hit the house and all that stuff. And I kind of felt like it was like, it was traumatizing now looking back on it. But then at the time, I felt like, a little gangster. Like, shit, like, I'm 7. I done got my first shootout. Ain't do nothing back, but hey. But yeah, I would say that was probably the one bad experience I can remember before moving to Virginia.
Okay. How do you think that experience shaped you? Like moving forward in the next couple of years, like, becoming a young adult. So I know you were 7 then. So like becoming a teenager and like, just like I said, the next coming years.
Right.
How do you think that experience shaped you?
I ain't gonna lie, not too much. It really just made me know what a gunshot sound like, not be started by gunshots as much, I would say that. Past that, it just made me know that we always got to be watching our surroundings, you know what I'm saying? Whether we at the house, you know what I'm saying, or out in public, definitely. Because now, ever since then, now I come out the house, I look around, look in the bushes just in case, you never know. So,
your generation likes to use the term lacking. You ever been caught lacking?
For sure.
What happened?
So, me, I used to be a player. At least I like to think I was a player, you know what I'm saying? So, I remember it was this girl I had been trying to talk to for a while, bro. Like, we had been talking on Facebook or whatever, but we never linked up or whatever. And this has been going on throughout, like, all of high school. So, what is this? 2015, the summertime. So, I was, like, 19. We had got back to talking again, and she finally wanted to link. So, I'm like, all right, bet. Yeah, cool. So, I had her pull up, you know what I'm saying? I had her pull up around my neighborhood, not in front of the house, but around the neighborhood, like kind of near the house or whatever. Pulled up, good vibes, you know what I'm saying? We was in there in the car for hours, just, chatting, talking it out. And then, but me, I had other plans in mind. I was trying to
Clap your cheeks.
Yeah, man, I was trying to get in where I fit in. So she was talking about, yeah, I had a good time. I'm about to leave though. So I'm like, hold on, man. I ain't even get it. You know what I mean? I ain't even get in the house yet. Shit, hold on. So I remember plainly, I grabbed her keys out of her ignition and got out the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't want you to leave yet. So we get out the car. She, oh, give me my keys back. Give me my keys back. We playing or whatever. Cool. I give her keys back. That turns into us sitting like, cooling on the car, like leaning on the car, talking for like another hour. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling, talking. So it's probably around, I would say roughly maybe like 12 at night, 12:30 maybe. We sitting there talking. Oh, sorry, so let me get y'all how y'all can understand it. I don't know how this. Okay, so we sitting at the car. And it's probably like, y'all know how parking spaces, how big a parking space is. Mm-hmm. We're probably about 3-4 parking spaces away from the sidewalk, facing the sidewalk, leaning on her car. I'm leaning on the driver's door. She's leaning on the driver's side back door. So we talking or whatever. While we talking, I see 2 dudes coming down the sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? I peep them walking down the sidewalk, but they kind of far at the time. I peep them. You know what I'm saying? She talking to me. I'm just fixated on them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, like, what's up? Like, you know who that is or something? Because I won't pay her no mind. I'm like, nah, I don't know who it is. I'm just trying to make sure we good out here, though. You know, it's late. Shit, we running south. You know, so I'm just making sure we straight. Ain't had no gun on me, nothing. So I was sitting there. Then they get a little closer. You know what I'm saying? I'm just still locked in on them. I'm like, she just like, damn, like, you got me scared now. I'm like, nah, shit, I'm just making sure we good. So they do get a little closer. I end up seeing the dude, so I actually knew who it was. So I called out to him like, yo, what's good, bro? What the hell you doing around here? Like, because mind you, I hadn't seen the dude in years, bro. Like, since probably like 10th grade, maybe. Because he was a dude that stayed always in and out of jail when we were younger, like, you know what I'm saying, for the little stuff or whatever. So I hadn't seen him for a minute. Seen him, I'm like, I walk up to him, go to reach my hand out to dap him up and everything. Reach my hand out. He responds and backs out 2 pistols on me right in my face. So I'm like, oh, shit. Mind you, I'm hand out. I'm just, oh, my dumb ass being so playful. I start laughing like, oh, shit. Like, damn, that's what niggas on? And so he had a 4.5 in his hand, his right hand. And he had a deuce revolver in his hand. And I remember when he did that, he did a little thing like, you know, like he pulled it out and he did like this, like to kind of get him set. And once he stopped, I was like, damn, that's what we on. And I grabbed his wrist real quick, spread him. You know what I'm saying? Spread his wrist real quick. Faux nick up this way. This motherfucker was not moving. This shit was stuck. And he had the deuce in his hand. So, like, it's pointing at my leg. I'm sitting there trying to jar it out. Like, I'm trying to just move his hand so, like, maybe he'll drop it.
Yeah.
And then he shot. You know what I'm saying? He shot. I wasn't sure if I got hit. I remember I tried to move my leg. Wasn't sure if I got hit. I threw him on the ground. He fell straight on his back. And then I proceeded to step towards him. Like, I was mad now. I'm ready to whoop his ass. Then I thought about it. Nigga, I ain't got no gun. He still got both guns in his hand. This girl right here just screaming. So, honestly, I ain't gonna lie. Shorty, I'm sorry, but I didn't give a fuck if you lived or died. I got the fuck out of there. Like, so I turned around, got to running. When I got running, that's when I knew I got shot. Because I was running regular in my head. And I looked down. I was, like, galloping. I couldn't, like, move my leg regular. But this goes kind of back to the whole situation with Mom when we got shot at. Like, this how I knew I could handle crisis situations. Because in all of that, not once did I panic. I get in the house, finally make it in the house. I yell at the mom, Mom, I just got shot. She say something playing like that. Like, boy, stop playing. Like, she thinking I'm bullshitting. I'm like, no, for real, Mom, I just got shot. So I remember I get in the house.
She didn't hear the shots?
I guess not, man. It was a little deuce. So maybe she might have thought it was fireworks or just some, you know what I'm saying? Something, nothing serious. So then, what did I do? I get in the house, and if you remember Mom's crib at the time, this was around Aiden Park.
Yeah.
So the couch is right there when you walk in the crib. Mm-hmm. So like I walked in, and first thing I did, I just grabbed a pillow and I put pressure on it. So I'm putting the pressure on it or whatever. I'm looking. I remember I had the Laney 5s on, man. Dang, man. RIP them kicks, man. I had the Laney 5s on. And, bruh, they were so bloody, bruh. I'm looking at them like, dang, I really did get shot. And Mom must have been coming downstairs right when I went to go look at the gunshot. Because I remember I had some sweat shorts on. I rolled my shorts up to look at it. And it was squirting. Like squirting buffs. Like squirting out blood. And literally, when she was coming downstairs, it squirted right across her damn face. She lost it. Oh my God, my man. Like, who did this? And I'm just like, Mom, calm down. Chill. I need you to get me to the hospital. Like, calm down. Like, finally got her calmed down. Our brother was there. Drew was there. He ended up coming downstairs. So he said, what the fuck? He got the tweaking out. Like, I'm like, bro, Drew, I need you to be, you know what I mean, have your mind right now. Because, nigga, if we don't get right, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I'm losing a lot of blood right now. I'm calm still, though, but I'm knowing that time ticking, you know what I'm saying? So, finally get them calm and all that. But, yeah, that's really all it was. But, yep, got shot. This is August 28th, 2015. I'll never forget it.
What did you learn from that situation?
Don't lack. No, I'm just playing. Really just to follow my gut, though, bro. Because, honestly...
In that moment, what was your gut telling you?
Before it happened, it was like... I just kept like, you know, my phone was dead at the time. So I kept saying in my head, like, I need to go in the crib, charge my phone. I need to... Like, this ain't going nowhere for real. Like, I'm just going ahead and go in the crib. Hella times I said in my house, like, yeah, I'm ready to go in the crib. And it was even times I was like, all right, man, I'm going to let you get out of here. And then... we keep on talking, you know, stuff like that, because I'm thinking, being greedy, trying to get some ass, bro.
Whatever happened with the girl?
Oh, she ended up, she came to the hospital, matter of fact, and I remember Mom was livid. Like, she was trying to get to her, and I told Mom, like, chill, like, let me talk to her. Because, I mean, of course, the initial thought process, this girl just set me up, you feel me? Like, for sure.
I remember that was the story that was given to me, because at the time, I was on the west side. Mm-hmm. And then I had sped, like, probably from the west side to the south side, and, like, probably, like, 10 minutes.
Yeah, so that was what we was thinking for real. Like, this girl just set me up. Excuse me, she just set me up. Boom, boom, boom. That was my thought process too at the time. Like, but I told Mom, like, I had a little time sitting in the hospital. I'm thinking about the situation keep playing in my head. Like, and I'm like, bro, like, I just don't feel like she did, because if she was to set me up, why would she still be right there?
Yeah,
she would have got herself out the way. You know what I'm saying? Then like. She already had planned on leaving hour and a half maybe before it even happened. You know what I'm saying? I would have already been in the house chilling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't know where I lived.
It was just some spare the moment, random bullshit.
Right, that's how I feel like it was.
Do you think that guy actually knew who you were when he did it? Or you think maybe he might be like tweaking off something?
He probably was tweaking off something for sure, but man, that don't really matter no more. You just shot me. But for sure, just playing it all back, like, because it didn't make sense, bro. Like I said, it was two dudes.
Yeah, what happened to the second guy? What he did?
Yeah, so it's two dudes. I'm sitting there fighting this dude for the gun. The whole time I'm fighting, I'm looking over at the dude because I'm thinking, like, he going to take off on me something. That's what I would have did if I was right there with my friend, get the fighting for a gun. But he was just standing there, bro. Literally. Just standing there, bro. Just looking. Like, he wasn't getting out the way. He wasn't trying to help. He just was standing there, bro. I can't make this up. I just charge that to either I'm blessed, that's what's supposed to happen, so I can make it, or they had to be awesome shit.
You ever see the guys again?
Yeah.
How did what went through your head when you saw them again?
Anger. You know what I'm saying? Get back. It's crazy though, because when I seen him again, I was lacking once again. But I was at a football game though. You know what I'm saying? We was at a football game, so I wasn't lacking too bad. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, what can you can't bring that in no football game. But yeah, I was just like, man, it was very recent, very not too long after it happened too, like probably like a month or two. So it was still fresh. I was hot, man. Shit, I told him, I'm like, shit, what's up, bro? Give me my ones. Like, we right here. I'm trying to fight. Still limping and all. Like, I was trying to fight. He ain't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? He went to talking about that. So I was like, all right, yeah, you a bitch. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I just moved on my life, man. And was just like, shit, God gonna handle that shit. You feel me? Shit, just started trying to work on myself. Well, actually, I can't say that.
Well, we kind of jumped fast forward a little bit with that situation because of the question I was asked. But
Right.
Going back to when you lived in North Carolina, played sports. What all sports did you play?
Just basketball and football for a team. But I remember we used to have days around the neighborhood where we'll just get everybody around the neighborhood together and we would literally play like almost every sport that there is. Remember them days?
Yeah.
We'll start off playing soccer and then we'll go to basketball, go to football. Because basketball was going to be a constant anyway.
Yeah.
Go to football, playing baseball, all type of stuff.
Kickball.
Hide and seek. I remember them days. Like, them days definitely stuck with me.
As a kid, was basketball your favorite sport?
No. I would say initially it was because that was all I was like introduced to for real. But I always wanted to play football, bad, and I always knew I was like good at, like I would be good at it. Our mom, like she was not rocking with it. So definitely shout out to Pops, because he finally convinced her to let me play when what was that 4th grade.
Yeah.
And finally let me play.
You started off as a quarterback? No, running back.
Wide receiver.
Receiver? Yeah. I just remember, I'm going to bring this up, and then when we get forward, more on your story, it'll make sense of why I brought it up. As a kid, you literally was pretty much introduced to sports as a winner. Like every year you were like not state, but like
the rec
season
league champion,
yeah, season
MVP.
champion, MVPs, all that kind of stuff, right? So then, how old were you when you guys moved to Virginia?
That's a good question. I think I was 12.
And how was that transition for you?
Shitty, bro. I didn't want to leave, bro. I didn't want to leave North Carolina, so it kind of like took the love away from the sports a little bit too, and our situation, of course, what we was going through. But like, yeah, I didn't want to play. I definitely didn't want to play basketball no more at the time. For sure.
So I know. I mean, obviously, I know. So I'm gonna just, say it. But obviously, whenever you and our younger siblings and mom moved to Virginia, obviously at that point, your dad and mom separated in a sense, right? He wasn't with you guys.
Well, he separated. Really, they separated before we left North Carolina.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't go with you. Yeah. So, and then I was, I was grown at that point, and then our other brother was, going through his situation. So he wasn't around.
No, he was with us.
Oh yeah, he
was. He was with us.
I'm fast forwarding too far.
Yeah, he was with us.
Yeah, he was. Yep. So I was gonna ask. That changed my question, but not really. I was gonna ask you: do you feel like because, let's just say now, myself and our dad was not in the picture, do you feel like you had some responsibility to play the man role?
Not initially, because like I said, Drew was there and he kind of took that on. But once he got gone, yeah, for sure. Even though I couldn't really do it monetarily, just I felt like protective wise, just helping. I'm not raise our sisters, but just helping out with mom with that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a good example, at least around the house. For them, staying on top of cleaning and stuff like that, for sure.
I never asked you this. What's one because I know you said you were closer to mom, right? So what's one thing that you feel like besides the fact that she's your mom, what's one thing about her that like kind of made your relationship so strong?
She just never judged me. Anything I ever came to her about, never judged. Like whether it was the worst thing or the best thing, she never judged. And just the fact that I just seen how hard she was trying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I got friends who parents don't give two fucks about them for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, like if they would have went through what we went through, they probably would be foster kids or something right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or I got friends that are foster kids too. So just the fact that she stayed, bro, and constantly just kept fighting, bro. Always fighting, bro, regardless of the situation that hit us, bro. Like, cause it's hella shit that happened that I wouldn't even have been mad at her if she just gave up, bro. You feel me? So
Do you what's like one thing you took from like your mom and one thing you took from your dad, um, and applied it to like adulthood and you plan on applying to? You don't have kids now, so but you plan on having kids one day. What's one thing you taken from both of them, uh, that you've applied to your adulthood and that you plan on applying to being a parent?
well, from mom for sure the discipline. Um, and I know we human, so we stray away from it sometimes. But the discipline that laid the foundation for what I'm saying, for me, like definitely being out in public. Because that was her main thing. Don't embarrass me outside this house. Like, that was one of mom's main things. So that, you know what I'm saying, just being on it as much as she was, I looked at it as, damn, she strict for no reason. This shit is whack. But when I got older, people would come in, man, you real respectful and you this and that. And just seeing that, definitely. So I took that and I'm definitely going to apply that, just the discipline aspect. Don't got to be with a fist, but just sternness, consistency, always staying on us about stuff. So that from mom for sure, and from pops, can't really say too much. I would just say I would do the same and introduce my kids to sports at an early age. I ain't gonna force it on them, but I'm gonna introduce it to them. Just you know what I'm saying, because I know what my life could have been if I would have stayed focused myself. You know what I'm saying, because of that.
Okay. So moving forward to Virginia, how was that transition for you? Like, how was it when you first moved to Virginia? How was life?
Miserable, bro.
What was so miserable?
I mean, shit, you gotta think I was 12, leaving elementary, about to go to middle school. Um, that's a big thing when you in elementary. All my friends I done grew up with, we all talking about going to middle school, and then it was abrupt. It wasn't like it was something that we knew was happening. It just was abruptly happened, and we moved to Virginia. So I was just a little miserable, little kid stuff. But once we finally got there, was still kind of miserable because we were living in the car, man. We was living in the car, Shout out to that bitch ass nigga Adam Schwer. I'll never forget you, Adam Schwer.
Who is Adam Schwer?
So he's the reason we even moved to VA. He told my mom he had a crib for us. He told my mom. He told mom he had a crib for us or whatever, and that it was ready for us to move in as soon as we get there. We just need to pay this little deposit. Mom had the money for it. We get there. Dude stops answering the phone. Mind you, they're in a business together. It's her business partner. They mom used to do the network marketing. They're in a network marketing business together. And he stopped answering the phone, bro. And from that, we ain't know what to do. Mom had a few friends up there, you know what I'm saying? But we was essentially up there by ourselves. So, we ain't had nowhere to move into. So, start thugging it in the whip. 5 people in a 5-seater. Boy, it was some days.
Hey, I went through kind of some stuff like that as a kid, but we're not here for me. I mean, we're brothers, but
shit, I'm about to say, you gonna put me on something I ain't know.
But in your opinion, how was that situation? Like, living in the car with your siblings, with your mom. I know you had good times. I feel like when you go through those, you could always find like a diamond in the rough, like the good times.
Hell yeah.
But then a lot of times you focus on these. It's prominent about the bad times, right? So like, describe the situation for you, like in your opinion, like how you saw it and how you felt during that situation.
I just felt, because of course I was a kid, so I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't know about the Schwer thing at first, you know what I'm saying? So, I was mad, very mad at mom, because from my point of view, it was we just moved out of this house where I got a bed I can sleep in, all this and stuff. You say you want to move to Virginia, for a better life. And then we get up here, now we living in the car. At the time, I wasn't going to school yet. School had started. I wasn't in school yet at first. So I was just mad because I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? Why the hell do we do this? Not understanding. But as time went on, I feel like that was needed for us because it brought us real close, way closer. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we always was pretty close, but that brought us real close, bro. Like, for sure. And it definitely shaped me to not ever want to do that again. But at the same time, it helped me to know that I can. If something was to happen, I can
survive.
I can still survive, and I can still survive that way. You know what I'm saying? And still make it look decent. Cause I mean, shit, we going through that. Half my friend, once I finally got in school, half my friend, they didn't even know we were living in the car. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't tell. So,
Yeah.
shout out to mom, man. That's big shout out to mom. I'm gonna say that a lot, but yeah, shout out to mom. Shit was crazy, bro.
Growing up, before we move forward and get into like you anecdotally, when it came to the siblings, right? Because the way I look at it is, out of all the siblings, all seven of us, I feel like you're like, to me, like unique out of everybody. You're the one who really never really gets super, I want to say, yeah, emotional. You don't really react too much. Uh, you're low key like the glue, because there's not, unfortunately, throughout the siblings, everybody, this group, these two might be having problems.
Right.
These two might be having problems. These ones, these three over here don't like these three. But essentially, you're always the one who's like everyone's. They might be like, no matter what you do, like they always kind of like, I guess you could say, forgive you, and it's just like you 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 can always like reach out to any of them at any point in time,
For sure.
right? Like all of us don't have that, unfortunately don't have that,
Know it.
right? So
Shit, lame.
in your looking at it, I'll just say even right now, but growing up and then like right now, like in your opinion, like from the outside looking into all the different relationships, like how does those different relationships, one, make you feel? What's your advice to your siblings, including myself, to mend those things?
Okay, well, one, I would say how it make me feel. I it made me feel good because, of course, like I still got a relationship with all y'all. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it made me feel like, am I doing enough? Because I'm the one with the relationship with everybody, and it's still, you know what I'm saying, a little salt here, a little salt there, whatever it may be. But like, it make me hopeful too, though, that we gonna get somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying, for sure. Like, and I gotta be the one to do it. So and it kind of makes me a little anxious, cause like I said, I gotta be the one to do it. I'm steady just trying to figure out how to do it. It's crazy that you even asked this, cause me and mom last night, I'm in there. You say I ain't emotional. Mom always bring the emotion out of me, bro. I'm in there boohoo crying, bro, just cause we ain't had a damn holiday together, and I can't even remember, you know. And I really yearn for that shit, bro.
I think the last holiday that everybody was under the same roof, 2005.
Sound about right, bro.
2005, I want to say. 6, maybe.
And the last gathering I can think of all of us being under the same roof was your military graduation, bro. Well, I don't think Nate
Nope.
was there.
No. The last time we all were together in the same roof was Cam's first birthday.
Okay.
Because that
Excluding
was,
Pops, but yeah.
well, yeah. But I'm talking about like all of us
All the
siblings with mom.
yeah.
That was the last time that we all were
Excuse me.
together. And that was 2015. 15, yeah. And we're now sitting in 2026.
And what was the second question?
Damn, you made me forget.
What my advice? My advice to y'all
to
that
us. Yeah.
bro, just
Hold on a second. If you guys are this is your first time watching this podcast, as you can see, I'm just sitting here. We're having a conversation. Every episode, I just bring guests on, and I do this off the top of my head. So if I forget a question, it's because I just randomly thought of it because it's something he said, and we just having a good conversation. So continue. Sorry, brother.
you good, bro. So I would say my advice to trying to mend it, bro, is everybody gotta take accountability, bro. Starting off. That if nobody does that, we ain't gonna get nowhere. So off rip, everybody gotta look in the damn mirror and be 100 with yourself about what you did. You know what I'm saying, to cause it. So why, what you did to make it be how it is, bro. Once everybody can do that, that's the only way you can come together and try to fix
Now,
it.
let me
Bro.
ask you this: knowing all your siblings individually, knowing all your siblings, with that being the way that you say the solution is, do you still think that everything can be mended and we can all come back together? Truly,
Yeah.
you think that everybody, all the siblings, can actually do that? 100% look in the mirror and do that?
I mean, I pray for it. So yeah, it's possible. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, like right now, how I look, hell no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no.
Do you think that? And I don't want to point blame at all, and I'm not trying to point blame at this at all.
For sure.
Do you think that the way that we were raised is the reason why, like, it's to blame for that? What I mean by that is,
I was about to say you're gonna have to little elaborate.
what I mean by that is, every person in their own right in our family, amongst the kids for sure, we all gain one thing for sure from mom: pride and strong will. And so, some of us have the ability. I'll speak for myself anecdotally. When I was younger, even though I thought that I would self-reflect, I wouldn't fully 100% self-reflect. I would self-reflect on just that situation, but not the other small, minute situations that led up to that one, right? And so I would address that one situation, and I'd be like, "Nah, you're tripping," and it'll turn to like a big explosion because I'm focused on this one situation,
right?
While you guys are focused on the little tiny things that built up to that situation,
right?
And including it in that situation, right? And so I wouldn't say that they're wrong for doing that, and I wouldn't say that I'm wrong for the way that I approach it. It's just we approach it 2 different ways, and so that's what one thing I learned for myself is that I have to look at, and I did this. I had to look at everything that I've done. Right, I'm not a horrible person, but post 2018, 2019, I was difficult to deal with.
Right.
And I'll say that for me was because, and maybe when I do my part 2 of my episode. My life story, maybe I'll get more into that. But I think for me, it's because I had trauma in me that I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Like dealing with, my biological father and, just the way that I felt like in the family that I was treated, when I turned 18 after everything that I did.
Right.
Before all the other bullshit, but all the things that I did, to make sure that, people were safe, our sisters and, just I would always put myself on the line for everybody.
Nah, for sure. That's definitely.
I didn't care if the person that, was 6'6", and I'm at the time, I was like 5'2". A lot of people don't even think about. You don't really think about this. I can show you military paperwork. When I joined the military, I was 5'2.5". Man. Sheesh.
Man.
I was little.
But you always walked around like you was 7 foot for sure.
Yeah, and I think that sometimes people forget that part. And then as soon as I turned 18, and that's a whole different subject. But I just feel like for me, I had to sit down when I turned in 2018. When I looked around, and I was like, "Damn, dude! Like, I know I moved back across to the West Coast, but damn, I got nobody around me. I got no siblings. My mom's always gonna be there. My dad, he's never been there.
And me.
Huh?
And me. I'm always gonna be there.
Yeah, but we don't always talk as much as I would love for us to, right? And as much as other brothers do, right? So I would sit around. I'm like, damn, dude, like I really got nobody, right?
Right.
And so I had to figure out like, why is it that I have nobody, right? I have my reasons, and again, we're not gonna get too deep into that, but I had to take accountability, like you were saying, and say, okay, well, what did I do, right? I looked at the good that I did, I looked at the bad that I did, and then I changed it. But I feel like a lot of people are still just stuck in the past. And I can't control that. The only thing I can do is control right now and how I move, right? So what's one thing about your siblings? A good question. What's one thing from each one of your siblings that you've learned, that you apply to, that you've learned that you can apply, whether it's a good thing that you learned from, like a bad thing they did that you learned from, a good thing. You don't even necessarily got to say who it is, but you could just, we need at least 6 because there's 6 of us.
All right, so yeah, I ain't gonna say no names, but yeah, all right. So I say, Um, Resilience.
Okay.
And I mean, our siblings, so I'm pretty sure you'd be able to pinpoint, you know what I'm
Easily.
saying, the stuff. Who I'm talking about when I say this stuff. So
Yeah.
resilience, bro. Um, I'm trying to think how to word this. Knowledge of self,
Mm,
like knowing they self and dealing with it. You know what
mm,
I'm saying? Dealing with what I am. You know what I'm saying? Actually looking in the mirror and saying, yeah, this is me. I ain't 100% perfect. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? That. I would say loyalty.
mm.
Loyalty. Um,
Three more.
my bad. I'm trying to think though. You gotta put the Jeopardy music in the background. Shit. But nah. Let me stop playing though. Yeah. I would just say self confidence, which that might kind of fall under something else too. But like just knowing that I'm worth it. You know what I'm saying? Worth everything that I want. You know what I'm saying? That I'm worthy of it. Let me say that. I'm worthy of it for sure. And then I got two more, right? Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to stay grounded with the family, I would say.
Mm,
Trying to stay locked in with the family. Cause like you just said, like I felt like that before too. Like I ain't had nobody around when I was more so like when I was in Arkansas, maybe a little bit. But and then I just see some of our siblings, bro. Like they not grounded with the family, and then motherfuckers wonder why bullshit happened. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say that's the exact reason,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing right by your family, how you gonna expect to do right by your family? That
Mm,
makes sense.
yeah.
Um, and then just hard work, bro. Just knowing like at the end of the day, hard work can change a lot of things. Keep putting your head down and just working hard, bro. I.e., you feel me? Hard work, bro. Cause I know this ain't this ain't episode ain't for this, but I'm proud of you, bro.
Appreciate it.
Real shit, bro. Like the work you done did on yourself to better yourself. And I could tell, you I always felt was genuine. Always been genuine. You get what I'm saying? But sometimes the stuff that you needed to work on at the time kind of got in the way of that.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? But me, I know you personally. We done lived together multiple times, so I know you regardless. Like, so me, I can never judge you. I already understand it. Like, I understand you already. So, but
well, I just hope
definitely,
that you know and like other people know whatever I do, for the most part, it's always out of love, man. I
no,
don't do
for sure.
anything. Until I got older. Now I still love certain people, but I have to learn to love them from a distance. Like there's people who have crossed me, right? Even family members who have crossed me, and I still love them. I, I still love them, but I just have to, until they can do what you said, look in the mirror and really take accountability. There's nothing else I could do. You know
Cause
what I
yeah,
mean?
if you just, cause right now you just pull up on them and you taking that kind of me, all they gonna do is just sit there and try and beat you. Why you down? Kind of like why
Yeah,
you already down there? Yeah, yeah, you are like this, and
yeah,
make it like
exactly.
it's all about you, and that ain't right, and that ain't gonna be the way to fix nothing. So
Now, before
it's
we,
going real quick though. I want to say it's gonna happen with time, bro. Like
I'm,
time,
I'm
like
gonna
I
leave
said,
it.
time heals everything, bro. And at the end of the day, that's why I say I feel like it could happen. It might not happen on our timeline when we want it to happen, or as soon as we want it to happen. But I'm very confident that it will, cause like you said, we all come from mom, bro. And mama, we know she's stubborn, she's strong willed, but at the end of the day, she'll do the same.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror and figure out like what she did wrong. And I feel like all of us are capable of doing it. Just gotta get that pride out the way.
All right. Before we transition into the next part of your life,
Hmm.
um, this is probably gonna be one of the hardest things for you to do.
Shit, bring it on, man. Fuck it.
What advice would you give, or if you could say, matter of fact, if you could say one thing to your mom about the life up until I'd say when you moved to Virginia, and then one thing about to your dad, what would it be?
To my mom, it would be. I'm trying to think how to word it. It's like, am I talking to her before? Like,
Right now, she was sitting right here, and I was in here, she's sitting here, and y'all got on the topic of birth to 12, 13. What would you say to each one of them if they were sitting in their seat? And you could just.
I'm gonna tell mama, find yourself.
Mm.
Like, I know you're supposed to be a good wife or whatever like that, but don't lose yourself in this fat nigga. I'm trying to keep it light, but not for real. Don't lose yourself in that, and you are capable of everything you put your mind to. Don't be scared to take that risk.
Hey, what about your dad sitting right here?
Same thing. Don't be scared to take a risk, bro. We need you. Get off your ass. Stop.
Do you think? Let me ask before. I mean, as a 12-year-old young man, I won't call you a boy. As a 12-year-old young man, obviously you need your father,
Right.
right? Do you think that? Because obviously, it sounds like maybe like you guys don't have the best relationship, right? Right now, do you think that right now there would be benefits to mending that relationship?
Oh, for sure.
Like, what's one?
Cause I mean, honestly, if I'm being real, I don't know too much about my pops, bro. Like,
So, what do you think that would need to happen to mend that relationship?
me, I need to let him know that I actually want to do it.
Okay.
Cause I feel like we kind of expect parents to just know how we feeling all the time, or you know what I'm saying, like, or they should already be doing this and that and that. But at the end of the day, I'm Pop's first kid. Well, he had job, you know what I'm saying, but he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, bro. Let's just start there, bro. At the end of the day, he didn't know what the hell he was doing, bro. He thought he did, but at the end of the day, I mean, that's kind of all of us, you know what I'm saying, when we learning. So I don't hold nothing against him, but I just like I say, you gotta voice some shit sometimes, bro. I never voiced that I wanted to better our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Even though I feel like he should have wanted to do it, but I never voiced it myself, so I can't sit here and say it's his fault. So I gotta say something, bro, and I gotta let him know I'm willing to do the work if he is.
Okay. So, Pops, if you're out there watching, I hope you are.
But our shit ain't terrible though, too. In the same.
No, I'm
breath.
not saying it's terrible. But
he just ain't never taught me shit, bro. You ain't never taught me shit, Pops. Let me just say that.
So Pops, if you're watching, you know what your son needs from you, and because I believe that that fathers are needed just as much as mothers, right? Let me ask you a question. This is gonna might be a triggering question, maybe. When it came to the separation of mom and pops, in your opinion, how do you think that he handled it? How do you think that mom handled it when it came to the kids?
I mean, I think mom handled it just how she had to. Because, I mean, well, let me do him first. I'm going to say he handled it. It almost seemed like it was a... So let me not... No, I mean, real shit. Real shit, though, bro. Like, whew. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this. He's always been there monetarily, bro. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't been no, like, he ain't no super deadbeat. I ain't trying to put that narrative on him, bro. I just feel like he never taught me nothing of substance, for real.
Besides, like, sports.
Yeah, sports. We link up. He want to talk about Marvel and sports all damn day instead of teaching me some real shit. To this day, me and him have never had to talk about sex. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I would say I needed him for that. But at the same time, I'm still appreciative because of him. You know what I'm saying? Because I had him in the capacity that I did have him. I have most of my friends, but they don't even know who the fuck their dad is. They walk by him.
Yeah.
You feel me? So shout out to you, Pops, for sure. Like, I don't want you, if you watching this, I don't want you thinking that I just feel like you ain't doing a fuck thing for me. a lot of the shit, and he did try to teach me. So I wanted to go back on that. He did try to tell me one time, sit down and write my goals down and shit like that. So I ain't gonna say he ain't teach me nothing. At the time, I wasn't really trying to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he wasn't on it like that as he should have been, but he definitely has thrown some stuff out of there. But I would say, yeah, how he treated it was like, woof, all right, yeah, like nah, I got time, to do what I want to do. Shit, cause I mean around that time after that shit, boy, mama a detective. Pops, I know every girl you was fucking with. I know everything you done did. Just know, like, so I feel like that what he was just like, woof, a little burden off his shoulder. He can finally kind of move around how he want to move. With mom, I feel like it was the opposite. The burden clamped down on her even more. You know what I'm saying? Like, she already been dealing with kids since she was 16. You know what I'm saying? Finally felt like she had a partner that was helping her that she could do this shit with. Then changed her whole life for that. For the end, I think mom was really in a bad spot around that time. Like, I think she was, I don't know if she'll admit it, but I think she might have been a little depressed, you know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff. But like I say, shout out to her because she never showed that shit to us. That's just me looking back now that I'm grown, I can process things better. Like, I do think she was depressed, but she handled that shit with as much grace as she could, bro. Like she always showed us that we still had love regardless. For sure.
Before we get into the second half of this, if you guys haven't already hit that like button, share this episode to somebody who
smash that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's free. Follow us on Instagram at Minority Emotions, the podcast on all platforms.
Right.
I need you right now, bro. Inside that glass jar, that little silver jar right there.
Mm-hmm.
Reach in there, grab one of them things out, and
we love games, man. Hell yeah. I was playing them for years. All right, let's see what this says. Man, hell no, I ain't doing this one.
Nah, you got to.
It's exactly what you just said to me, the prep.
Oh, okay.
I'm not doing that one.
Okay.
Because, I'm going to do that one and I'm going to do another one.
Okay.
How about that? So, this one says, if you were a kitchen appliance, which would you be and why? That's easy as fuck.
What would you be?
I would be the toaster.
The toaster?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm touching all the bread, nigga. You touching all the bread, 2026, nigga, you hear me? No, for real shit, though. I'll be the toaster, bro. You touch all the bread. I'm trying to touch that.
Okay. What's the second one say? Leave it out here because I'm going to draw one too.
All right, this the real one, y'all. I already even thought about that for a minute. So this going to be off the top. All right. If you had the attention of the whole world for 30 seconds, what would you say? Shit, that's a good one.
I wrote that one.
Fuck, that's a great one, fool. Shit.
So the question was, if y'all didn't hear it, if you had the attention of the world for 30 seconds, what would you say?
Testing. Is this thing on? Nah, I'm bruh. I would probably just say, bruh.
Fuck, ice.
Everybody. Bro, follow me at King Teej 400 on Instagram. Nah, I'm playing. I really though on some real shit though. I probably would just tell everybody, bro, be yourself unapologetically. Live in your truth, and shit, bro. Just try to make the world a better place, bro. One thing at a time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stuff. One foot and put one foot in front of the other. Nothing happens like that. Nothing in this world happens like that. So just keep turning, bro. Keep working. Keep your head down. Keep working and stay prayed up.
Okay.
It would just be something small, sweet like that, something motivational. Because I ain't gonna act like I got all the answers, bro. I don't.
I'm gonna draw one too, man.
Yeah, let's
join in on the fun. Let's see.
It's a great question, though. By the way, real.
Oh man, what the hell? Who are 3 people who have had the biggest influence in your life and why?
Woo!
All right, that's easy.
Excuse me.
It's actually pretty easy. Biggest influence number 1, and I'm not gonna use the cop out and say my kids. I'm not gonna do that. Biggest influence number 1 probably will be my big bro Michael Greenhouse.
Shout out to Mike.
I swear I shout him out on every episode, man.
Real niggas. Real niggas
yes,
get
exactly.
shout out all the time, bro.
I feel like every man needs a friend like him, right? This guy.
I was about to say, I was going to ask you to go into it. Why?
Well, that's part of the question. Why? This man has literally showed me the good, the bad, and the ugly, no matter how I took it. He showed me, but every time it's always surrounded, circumference with love. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? From day one, when we met in the military in 2009, right? When we met, from day one, everything is it's always been love between us. You know what I mean? I don't know, zesty, fruity, weird shit. It's always been love. Like, it's fucked up that
Then you got to say that shit now. Like, it's
right?
always.
I'm
like, no homo. Pause. Yeah. Oh, my God.
No, like, it's never been like that between us. It's always just been like straight up, just like genuinely brotherly love, man. His family took me in as if I was, you know, his mom took me in as if, like, you know, she birthed me, you know, and you guys have always known about who he was and known about, I consider my brother, and it's like, y'all have never really met him, but y'all be like, oh, that's Sean's brother.
Right,
you
bro.
know, like,
for sure.
And then once y'all meet him, y'all can't help but be like, cool ass dude, you know? I mean, because, you've known about him since 2009, 2010.
2010, 11, yeah.
You just met him last week for the first time, man. What's your opinion of him?
Bro, I mean, everything you said to me is facts. And then it's just like, a person like that, bro, you meet him and it's not weird.
Yeah.
It's never weird, bro. Like, and I just already noticed he already being 100 himself in front of me. Like, you feel me? He ain't putting on no facade. So I fuck with him, bro. Like, he even got on my ass a little bit. You don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? So I already know that's somebody you need. I'm glad you met him for sure.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I am too. The second most influential person, and this is gonna be a to you. Big shout out to Pops, Tony Wendell Durham.
Okay.
Why? Because I was older than you. Mm-hmm. We had our run-ins and stuff like that, but I've always been a person who's like been like really like aware of my surroundings, soaking everything in. I always wanted a father figure. Didn't have that, you know, for my biological father. And I mean, I told him, and if he's watching, he could put in the comments and vouch that I told him in 1995 in Fairbanks, Alaska, I told him, this is my family. And I reminded him of that multiple times over the years. This is my family. My mom, my sisters, my brothers, they're mine. When you're gone, when you fuck up and you're gone, I'm going to still be here. And I got to protect them. I got to make sure they're good. I told him that multiple times over the years. And in the beginning, you know, he thought I was like, I'm pretty sure he probably was like, this little nigga, like, he wild.
Nah, for sure.
But he learned, I think, you know, and I hate to say it this way, but I think he learned over the years that I won't fucking play.
Yeah.
I'll put my paws on you.
Nah, real shit.
You know what I mean?
I've seen it.
You know, and I'm not proud of that. I'm not. First off, young people out there, especially in today's day and age, especially after the video I saw today, I'm not promoting that. You know, that was absolutely 100% on one hand wrong of me, right? But just after all the things we've been through, I just had this, I couldn't trust somebody, you know, to take care and do my mom the right way, especially after the things that she went through with, you know, yeah. So I'm not promoting that. I think that you should respect. If a man is coming in and he's taking on you and your mom, taking on your mom and taking on you as his own, respect him as your father. Respect him as the man of the house. Whatever respect level you need to do, but respect him. And don't cross those lines of, you know, because here's the thing. When you're a kid, you're a teenager, you're a young adult, he's a grown-ass man. You step to him as a grown-ass man, don't expect him to treat you as a kid still. You know what I mean? Because I'll tell you this, like, I wasn't afraid to do anything, but I was quickly reminded that
I'm a kid.
Nigga, you fucking 12 and you fucking 3'9". You know, like,
you talking about that time before church?
Oh, Father's Day.
Yeah, I remember Father's that shit, bro.
I'll tell that story on my episode. But he taught me a lot, man. He taught me a lot because things I saw from him, because I don't want to be on this bandwagon of everybody else. I'm not saying you're doing this, but everybody else bashing him, right? This man took on 4 kids that was not his in the 90s. You know what I mean? Took on 4 kids. He was a young dude. He's single. You know what I mean? He could have been out here, been anybody, but he loved our mom. He liked her, you know. And they had their bond, and he knew she had 4 kids, and he took us on, man. Like, come on, man. We gotta. I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying, like, us older siblings, like, we gotta, tip our heads off to that, because she could have got with some other dude who was way worse.
Nah, for sure.
He
bro.
was not that bad, man.
To chime in on that, I was about to say, like, that's one thing I definitely do, like, respect and commend, like, and I try to mimic, because I definitely fuck with that. I done told our siblings that before, like, y'all forget about that part, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause shit, he didn't have to do that.
He could have literally, once you, Jay and Jen were born, he could have literally said, the older ones, and we could have just been fending for ourselves. Instead, up until him, mom is separated. I don't care what nobody likes to say. I don't give a shit what none of them like to say. They already don't talk to me anyway, so right. I don't care. Here's the truth. There's a lot of times where he was the only one working.
Facts.
We all played sports. We all had to eat.
Growing like a motherfucker, too.
We all had to have a house. And this is no slight to mom.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where mom was working, too. So there's no slight to mom. But mom did her thing. I'm just giving him his flowers because he needs them.
For sure.
Right? So many times people they bring him up and they just talk bad about him. But mom wasn't the only one. Let's be real here. Mom wasn't the only one who was making a way for us to get to our sport. Not get to, but like having the ability to have cleats, to have clean clothes, a place to lay our head. She wasn't doing it by herself.
Have good Christmases.
Yeah. Some of those Christmases was wild. Those karate uniforms was crazy.
But on him, that was grandpa.
No, that was him. That was his parents. But no, for real.
Shout out to grandma and grandfather. Y'all suck at giving gifts.
Yeah, them Bruce Lee outfits was wicked.
I love y'all though, bro. Actually, I love that. Actually, let's start.
Yeah, because you was like Game of Death and all that shit. But no, for real. I'm being serious, man. Like, this dude, man, he did a lot, man. And for me, I learned something from that. I learned that taught me how to be the type of things to do as a man in a positive way. I mean, he's not perfect. He had a lot of flaws. Still probably got a lot of flaws, right? But I respect him. He played a part in the pie of making me the man I am. You know what I mean? In a positive way, not a negative way. Yeah. So you're not going to catch. That's why it's hard for me to say, because when I didn't have a dad, he let me cry on his shoulders. When I didn't have a dad, he was there to chastise me and make sure that I didn't end up in prison.
Nah, real shit.
You know what I mean? So let's stop bashing him and let's just think about the things that, he did. He wasn't perfect.
Nobody is.
Mom ain't perfect. You know what I mean? They relationship is their relationship. That's their business. I'm not judging them for none of that because that's their business. You know what I mean? But when it comes to me, anecdotally, and him, the man made sure he helped mom make sure that I became a man who didn't end up in prison, didn't do all these fucked up things, right? I ain't perfect. I ain't perfect, but he made sure that I finished high school. Let's just start there.
Nah, for real.
I was a black man who finished high school without ever going to juvie. No, damn it, that's a lie. Well, he wasn't part of that. I was 8 years old when that happened.
Let's talk about it.
Basically, I just stole a whole bunch of shit from fucking Food King in Stockton, California.
Yeah,
you got locked up. And then grandma let me just sit there for a couple weekends, and then not a couple weekends, but a
couple days.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I was 8, so he wasn't even around. Well, he was around. Y'all was in North Carolina. No, you weren't born yet.
I would say, how many years you got me? 9?
Nah, yeah. You were being worked on.
Kill the visual, please. Shit.
But nah, all jokes aside, yeah. So he was a big influence.
We gotta take a drink to him, bro.
Yeah. Big shout out to Tony Durham, man.
That's why
big shout out to you too, Ma. I don't want you to think that we forgetting about you, but I had to give him his flowers for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, so many people I hear every time, they just bashing him, and I can't speak for his 3 because that's a whole different thing.
For sure.
But for me to not be his birth child, the way that he treated me, the way he helped, I applaud him, and I respect him forever for that. He'll always be my dad for that. So,
but just to piggyback on that real quick, my bad, bro. I know we trying to, but I want him to know that too, that I'm not bashing either, dog, like at all. I already
Just speaking our
accepted.
truth.
Yeah, for sure. I already accepted. Like, yeah, you could have did a little more or something like that. Yeah, go ahead, pull me up a little more too. Yeah, you might have could have did a little bit more, shit like that. But like I said, bro, I always applaud you for being around, bro. I can't say I don't know my dad.
Mm.
And I got plenty of friends that say that. They can say that all the time. Like, I can say that I know my dad. He was in my life. You know what I'm saying? It just might not have been perfect. No, like he said, nobody perfect, bro. Nobody's perfect, bro. So big shout out to you, pops, because to this day, even though we don't talk every day, we still, we got a relationship. So I don't want people thinking that we ain't got no relationship. It just everything could always be better.
All right, my number 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and sucks that it's in the same family. Malia Greenhouse.
I thought you about to say Alicia.
Alicia, that's my dog. I could use her, but matter of fact, I'll put them together and I always have to, because they kind of serve the same purpose for me.
Yeah.
Right. They were like my outlet. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna stick with Malia. I'm gonna stick with Malia because when I couldn't be, when I wasn't afforded the opportunity, I'm gonna put it just facts how it is. I don't care who want to chime in the comments and I ain't responding to you. Come on the podcast if you think that you want to debate me on this shit.
Motherfucker.
No. When I wasn't afforded the opportunity and I was stripped of the ability to be an active father to my daughter. Malia came along, and even though she's my niece, she's not my daughter. I got to play a role in raising her. You know what I mean? And Malia was difficult. Malia would try you. How can I say this? She would make you realize your own character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the things that she would do, especially when she was younger.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when she was, I say 13 to 17 was to me the worst years. I don't want to say worse. They were the trying.
Most trying, yeah.
Yeah, they were trying, but she would try you, your nerves. You'd be one sometimes you want to be like motherfucker, but she made me grow up. Like she would. One thing about Malia was she would tell you about your damn self.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as I got older,
she get it honest from her pops, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
When she got older, she made me realize like a lot of like the flaws that I had in myself. You know what I mean? Because she would put me in a situation. This is what Malia would do.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be like, I'm gonna give you an example. She'd be like, you know, because Malia, she teetered the fence between, you know, straight, gay, whatever, right? So she'd be like, hey, I got these hoes over here. And I'd be like, okay. She'd be like, they legal, pull up. I'm like, what do you mean legal? She'd be like, well, some of them, one of my friends, her auntie's here. This happened. I pull up. So we all kicking it, we all having a good old time,
mm-hmm.
right? And then she'd be like, Uncle, you don't really need to mess with her because you try to do this and do that in your life and she ain't about shit. And I'm just like, I mean, I'm just trying to clap some cheeks.
Right, yeah.
Right? And she's like, nah. She was like, you're better than that. And she'll make me go home or send me home. Right?
So my question would be, what the hell you had me pull up for?
Because
that would have been my question too. Like,
I look at it this way. And from the conversations that we had,
mm-hmm.
she is like a test. She knows what my goals are. She knows what I'm trying to do in life. She knows what I need to be doing in life. And she'll be like, hey, you still on that same bullshit type shit.
Okay, so it's almost like giving you the rope to hang yourself with type
yeah,
shit.
and then she'll let me get there and get ready to jump off and then she'll be like, let me drive it. Nigga, get your ass over here. So big shout out to Malia. Rest in paradise, rest in love.
Rest in love, all that.
Gone too soon. It's so unfortunate. But all right, man, look, before we get into the next one, boom, spin that wheel for me, homie. While you spin that wheel, let me just say this, man. I'm so grateful that you're here on the podcast, on the show. Probably one of the most influential people to me too. You taught me a lot, man.
Nah, I appreciate that, bro. Same here, though. I already said if I would have got that question, you definitely was part of the 3 for a fact.
Okay, I appreciate it. What
For
you
a
got?
fact.
Let's see what you got.
And this ain't just because I'm on this motherfucker, too, yeah. I know motherfuckers in the comments know, oh, he just heard
Oh, why is this a positive? Listen, I'm going to spin one for you, too. You're going to answer this one, too. It landed on emotional abuse. Actually, no, it landed on childhood trauma. Look upside down. I'm going to spin it for you again because those are common ones. All right, fuck it.
What is
it? Too. Peer advice. So you got childhood trauma. Or no, what was it? Emotional abuse. Emotional abuse and peer advice. So peer advice. What advice would you give to your peers when it comes to like dealing with like mental health, dealing with just life, dealing with struggles?
To my peers or like my friends, just
either one. However you want to look at it.
Kind of like what I said with the if I had 30 seconds, bro. Bro, nobody perfect, bro. Just know that I would just tell them like, bro, whatever you going through, I'm 100% sure somebody else going through the same thing or went through the same thing. You're strong enough to get through it. You feel me? You just gotta tell yourself you gotta actually, you know what I'm saying, man up, pull your pants up, and face that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, let me ask you this question for advice wise. I'm gonna cut you off, but
good.
Because you're young, you're still young. You know, you just turned 30. Big shout out to join the 30 Club.
I don't even sound right. Shit.
But you're still young.
Yeah.
Right? You can still hang out with the young dudes to an extent.
For sure.
You know what I mean? You're like, you just so you know, you're getting into unk, man. Right?
I know it, bro.
Woo. It's a scary.
I've been hearing, but you know, it's funny that you say that. Now I'm just getting into it, but I've been hearing unk, you know, because, all right, so a lot of people don't know, I ain't go to college till I was 22. You know what I'm saying? So, and I played sports. So playing sports, a lot of my teammates were younger, bro. So I've been unk on the team since I was a freshman, man.
God damn.
Pretty much, bro. Shit, it's crazy, but yeah, go ahead.
We talked about this earlier. What advice would you give to all the YNs out there?
That shit ain't worth it. Start off with that. That shit not worth it. Whatever you thinking about doing, 9 out of 10 it ain't worth it, bro. And just think past your nose, my nigga. Shit, bro. A lot of times, bro, and this ain't just YNs, it's just humans and people in general, bro. We want to act off emotion on how we feel right then and there instead of thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might think about it. All you thinking about is how it's making you feel. You're not thinking about the repercussions of how that making you feel like that is going to cause. You know what I'm saying? Or what you going to do, what comes with it. Because at the end of the day, you can't control how a motherfucker react to some shit you do.
Yeah.
At all. Like, that's one of the biggest things I done learned in life, bro. Like, you can't tell somebody how to feel. You can't tell somebody that you can say it ain't like that, but at the end of the day, if they feel like it is, that's perception's reality, bro. So however they view it, that's what it is, bro, for them. So I would just say, YNs, bro, read a book, my nigga. Put the phone down for a little bit, bro. Like, all this stuff y'all seeing on social media, bro, like, that shit's fake, bro. Like, if you look up the statistics, bro, like, you ain't got to put this image on, bro. Like, it's gangster to get a job and take care of your business, gang. Not to be out here broke as hell. Because that's really, not to tell y'all, broke as hell. How you going to get some money you in beef all the time? How you going to get some money? I know me. I ain't goddamn getting no job if I'm in some beef. You feel me? Like, ain't nobody finna goddamn hire y'all that walk around with these ski masks on in the summertime, nigga. Straight up, bro.
You look silly.
For real. So I would just say, bro, it's not that serious, bro. And, like, work on yourself, bro. Fuck everybody else's opinion, bro. People gonna have opinions all your life, bro. You can be doing the best in the world. People still gonna say have a bad opinion about you, bro. So fuck what everybody think. I know it's easier said than done, but if you start today, nigga, I promise you in a year or two, you gonna see the difference. You gonna see the work that you done put in. So I would just say, bro, focus on yourself, bro, and focus on bettering yourself, bro. This shit ain't worth it, bro.
All right, so the second topic was emotional abuse. I'm going to bring this one up for you. We're going to talk about it. Before we get into it, let's just take a sip of this one because it's going to be a real one.
Jesus.
All right.
I knew this was coming.
Emotional abuse, right? So,
fuck you, Will.
So basically, you recently just had your first relationship. Before we get into it, why did you wait so late? Because you was only in that relationship for like, what, 2-3 years? So you got in when you're like 27, 28?
Yeah.
Why did you wait so late to have your first relationship first?
It's a number of things. I would say immaturity is one of them. But I would say the main reason was just, bro, I was scared of my karma, bro. If I'm being 100, bro. I was trying to run from my karma, bro. Like, and to elaborate on that so y'all understand, like, I ain't been the best nigga when it comes to dealing with females, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm cool. I ain't never really wrong, didn't a female like real wrong or nothing like that, but as far as playing with their hearts and shit, fucked up ass person, bro. So
Puppet master.
yeah, for sure, bro. Like I ain't the type, but let's not get it twisted. I ain't the type to like feed them lies and I'm fucking with you this way and that like that. But at the end of the day, if you know a motherfucker is for you and fucking with you hard, and you not feeling that same way, and you still rock on it, you taking advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? So I would say I did a lot of that, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, like, lack of saying it any better, I fucked a lot of niggas bitches, bro. Like a lot of people, a lot of girls that I had sex with were in relationships, bro.
What did that teach you about women in relationships? Being the side nigga for so long.
That ain't no relationship perfect. That's as regardless, everything that look good ain't good. Like you can make girls make that shit look great on social media or to the public, but really be fighting demons. You know what I'm saying? Or going through shit in the cut. So that made me know that like even though all this going on, it might look good. It's always some bullshit going on.
In your opinion, yeah. Oh, I got a good one for you. In your opinion, being somebody who's been a side nigga, and then you obviously knowing that dudes be out here cheating, right? Who's worse, men or women?
Women for sure. 100%.
Why is that?
Because they got emotions in it. They got emotions in it, bro. 9 out of 10, bro, unless you just a straight slut, excuse my language, don't cancel me, but unless you just a straight slut, bro, if she's sleeping with somebody, bro, she got feelings for them.
Yeah.
Most women, bro.
You guys tune into my men and women dynamics in relationship. I go over this.
I say if she is sleeping with a dude, bro, she got some type of feelings toward him. A dude, bro, we can fuck a wooden plank. As long as that don't give us the nut, we gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? We like, and that's just, of course, not literally, but that's just saying that a lot of the times when we fuck, we don't have feelings in it. We just trying to get that nut. You know what I'm saying? But
would you say that this statement is true? That a man can actually have sex with somebody who they actually don't like?
Yeah, I've done it before.
Yeah, but do you think a woman could do that?
Yeah. If there's some money involved in that motherfucker.
No, I'm just saying, just off GP, just be like, you know what?
Oh, no.
No. If she's in a relationship, would you say that it's true that in order for a woman to cheat, she actually has to like the guy? That she cheated with. She has to find something that she likes about him.
Yeah, for sure. But I would just say too though, it's little factors that you could add into that, like, because if the nigga did some shit first, you know what I'm saying? Girls are.
I'm speaking in generality.
Women are very vindictive, so I just know they'll shit just to get that get back. They'll goddamn do it even if they don't like a motherfucker. Or they know it's gonna hurt you. Certain women. Yeah. I ain't gonna say all women, but yeah. Let me say certain.
I think most women. I like to say most women, if they're gonna. The only way they're going to cheat is that their dude has to be lacking in some department and somebody else has risen them up in that department.
Great. Now, that's for a fact.
Like, because if not, for them in their mind, right? Because, okay, here's the thing. And women are about to be pissed when I say this. Most women idolize their men, right? And I don't mean it in like a
worship type of thing.
Like idolize them, like they respect their man. They chose that man to guide them and to lead them. Right. So they're not looking at no other men. Women are not programmed like that. Right. Women don't, like, for instance, women don't go through social media. Or I use this example and then we'll get off this topic. I use this example and I feel like it's the best example. You've been on a dating app before?
For sure.
Did you know that you can reach a maximum number of likes in a day?
Hell yeah.
You know how many women I spoke to who did not know that you can do that? You want to know why that is?
Because they literally being critical about their likes.
Yes, they're looking at it. They're like, oh, This dude got a fish in his picture. Nah, this is what they do. Oh, he took a picture of a fish. No. Oh, he posted his kids. That's so stupid. Nope. Oh my God, look at his teeth. Nope. He has no job. He has no job. Nope. You know what? There's no good man out here. Fuck it. We'll try again tomorrow. And they get off. This is the guy. Fat ass. Ooh, I'd fuck. Big ass titties. Ooh, I'd fuck. Oh, the lips. Psh, I'd fuck. She's fine as hell. Psh. Oh, she's got a job. All this money. This house. Psh, I'm trying to chill in that shit. And we just keep based off of would we fuck or not fuck. Fuck or not fuck. That's all it is. So you just clicking through this, right? You're not reading no bios.
Right.
That's why you get in these situations where this girl be like, where the girl, and this is what happens. Because the guy's going, no matter who responds, the guy's going to give him the same game no matter what.
Right.
Whether it's going to be on some straight fucking shit or he's going to try to like, he's going to be trying to like riz her up, tell her what she wants to try to get what he wants.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm looking for a relationship. Like that's his game, right? So then that's why the guy gets with the girl that wants the relationship, because all of them do, for the most part. And then the guy, he was never looking for a relationship. They're on two different pages from the jump, and that's why the relationship fails, right? So it's always funny because women always be like, what? You can do maximum likes? Like, motherfucker, you can be banned for 24 hours from liking a photo. You can literally be on there and you can do this right here. You can scroll. You can't like shit. Mm-hmm. You know, because your time, unless you pay that fucking
premium. Who the fuck doing that?
Women don't pay no premiums. That's why the one app, what is it? Bumble.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's trash for guys because the girl has to start
the fucking convo,
and the girls don't realize that, and so you'll like them, and then the girl be like
sitting there waiting for you to say something to them,
and they not saying nothing, or they done did this shit. Oh, this nigga got multicolored dreads. Fuck no. This nigga wear fucking camo pants and he's not in the military. Like they just judge you off the littlest shit. Yeah. Women look for reasons to
not like you.
Yeah, whereas men look for reasons like you can be like this right here, right? I'll give you a perfect example. Mm-hmm. Me and my boy, big shout out to Dupree. We're talking about like the little website we were talking about where it's like, are we dating the same girl or the same guy, right? And so basically some dude got on there. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but he got on there and basically this dude was like some like trash ass dude. Like I'm talking about like he had like stalking, like he was accused of like like touching kids or something with kids or something like that, right? The first comment in the fucking thing was this: "How was the dick though?" I just need him to come through real quick. That's what one of the girls said. Like what the
shit?
Me and him didn't know what the fuck. Like we were just laughing. We was like, "Yo, these girls are getting out of control."
Yeah, they started, bro. Honestly, bro, in 2026, bro, girls is slowly turning into niggas, bro.
Yeah,
slowly. Yeah, but it's crazy though. So, I got a question. Do you think that has something to do with? Is that our fault?
Yes, 100%. I think the reason why women are the way they are now is because of men. Because what women don't want to believe, they don't want to believe this, is
they want a man to lead them.
That, but they also they do things to attract the man. Right. So, for instance, I don't know what our culture has advertised, you know, like that old MC Hammer song, "I Like Big Butts," right? Mm-hmm. Or not MC Hammer.
I know what you're talking about. Uncle Luke. Shit, I don't know who name Uncle Luke is it?
I don't.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Sir Mix-a-Lot. Yeah,
that's his name.
Jesus, Lord have mercy. The song "I Like Big Butts," like for instance, take that, right? Like all these girls, BBL. They went and started getting BBLs because they felt like dudes. Like you look back in the '90s, right? Even for some reason, even the black girls, a lot of black girls didn't have an ass like that. They were skinny, right? That's what the dudes were into, skinny. Then it switched to "I like big butts." Now the girls who weren't blessed with the big old butts, they and women are confusing. They be like, "Oh, I don't like big." They don't have a big butt. They weren't blessed with it, so now they go, they get BBLs, they get fucking breast implants and all this shit, right? It's for the guy. They try to say it's for themselves. What the fuck is you about to do with this big old butt? Why do you need it? You spent your whole life.
You finna be throwing that bitch back on yourself?
Yeah. You spent your whole life with the flat cheeks. And then now all of a sudden, now you just need this like gigantic fucking huge ass that don't match. You look like a fucking ant.
In that same breath though, I will say I do think it is some girls that do it for themselves. Some.
Explain. How?
Just because, like you said, you've been living all this life. You probably some girls probably always wanted a big butt. Now they got the surgery to do it. They gonna do it at the same time. They're doing it to attract a nigga though, for sure.
Because think about it.
But
It's like this, right?
I can see how it's kind of for them.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
You're 6'1", right?
I was about to say 6'2". I ain't gonna lie. I'm 6'1" 3/4, man.
All right, so round it up 6'2". Just make it easy. 6'2". I'm 5'7", right? I don't know what it's like to be 6'2". I enjoy being my height. I like it. I'm cool with it. I'm not going to get the little fucking surgeries.
The man cover.
Yeah, make my knees bigger, extend my legs.
Because it be rocking. I don't see how niggas do that shit.
Because it's like for you, right?
Yeah.
You've been short before, right? But now you're taller. Considered tall, right? Because I feel like I'm tall. I just choose short women, so that way I feel tall, right?
Smart man.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not gonna get no tall girl.
Now that I think about it, shit, yeah. You do that.
Yeah, listen, I got a height
I've
preference.
definitely been wondering, like, what the fuck this nigga finding these girls short?
Yeah. Listen, you cannot be high. You cannot be taller than a certain height because I need to feel tall. I need you to be like, hey, babe, can you get this off the first shelf in the cabinet?
None of his girls wear heels.
No, they can't wear heels. They all 4 foot something.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
They all 4 foot something.
Shit.
Listen, all of them is like right there at that 4 foot, 5 foot line, right? But my point is, everything that people do, you can't miss something you don't have.
Right.
Right. So, if you had the flapjack cheeks their whole life, right? Why do you need big butt? You only need a big butt because you feel like it's going to make you more attractive, fit in, all that, right? Mm-hmm. But then this was the part that's confusing to me. But then women say, love yourself. Know your worth.
Boy.
Wait. So, and it's the same women who are going to get butt implants and stuff like that.
Or saying they secure with their body, they secure with themselves, and then you're getting modifications done. No,
but we're not here to talk about.
I was going through with my.
So what I was going to bring up about your back to your situation, right?
Emotional abuse.
So what about this girl? If you spent your whole life, 26 years, not dating anybody, not committed to anybody. What about this woman made you commit?
You know, it's crazy. I can't even really give you a real answer, bro. I just liked her. Bro. Like in my experience, bro, dealing with women, bro, I might like them, even if she ain't the first girl I've liked. So, you know what I'm saying? But, like, she's the first person that I liked, and it was sustained. That I kept liking. Usually, how I would do, I get the girl number, you know what I mean? I'm interested. We might talk a little bit. I might fuck with her vibe. All right, I'm liking this girl, you know what I'm saying? We kick it a couple times. But now, back in the day, like, I ain't gonna say back in the day, but before, usually once I got that ass, bro, I would instantly, like, and it wasn't even, it was subconsciously, I would instantly just start finding reasons that I don't like you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or at first, I used to love when you hit me up, good morning, or you checking on me all the time. Now, so you text me, God damn, bro, what this girl want? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real shit.
I think all dudes go through that.
Real shit. So, but that was like my consistency for Eric, like, all the time. Trust me. And then, but it ain't like, I always wanted to get married. I always wanted one woman. But at the same time, I would think I was just so locked in, bro, because that high school popularity, rolling over into being grown. You know, I was a club promoter and stuff. So all of that was just playing a part in it, too. It was like, shit, nigga, like, you around all these women, it's stupid to settle down. You know what I'm saying? And then, but with her, like I said, I don't know. She was one person that, like, I hate to say it, people always try to say, oh, we were friends first type shit. But, like, that was the vibe. It was like, even though we had sex the first night we met, it still was like, you know what I'm saying, the vibe before that. It won't, like, I could tell, like, I wasn't just over there just trying to do that. And then I actually went back, and I wanted to keep going back, and I was kicking it. It's the first girl, like I said, that I've been able to be around for longer than a few months and not get tired of.
How long did y'all date?
Unofficially, like 2 years and some change, but officially, a year and 4 months.
Okay. What was the thinking back? What was the best moment you can think of in your relationship?
Nah, cause it was a lot of good moments,
No, I
bro.
just
You
thought
know,
what you
I'm
said
trying to
earlier.
pinpoint one of them chunks like that really that I could think and I could say was like real good. I would say probably, and it's crazy I say this because this got to do with arguing and shit too. But like when we went on our cruise
Mm.
together, like I felt like right then and there is when I knew that I wanted to make her my girl.
Mm.
Like really wanted to wife her, bro. And then I knew that like I didn't want to lose her.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because a little backstory, we went on the cruise or whatever, and I ain't gonna lie, at the time we were messing around, like we was messing with each other and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much were acting like we were together, but I hadn't made it official yet. We hadn't made it official yet, but like I was still doing me though. You feel me? Still hitting girls here and there and now and then, shit like that. And I think we had what had happened, bro? I remember well when we went on the cruise. She was like finishing up her period. She went all the way done with it. So like I remember the first night, we had got drunk as hell. Of course, we getting drunk on the cruise and shit, and I couldn't have sex. And she ended up falling asleep on me and shit. So I remember I did some dumbass shit. Went in the bathroom and I get to texting girls and shit. And a girl sent me a nude. I sent the nude back. My dumb ass, so drunk, I done fell asleep on the toilet with my phone unlocked. She wakes up to try and come in there and get me out the toilet, sees that I didn't send the dick pic or whatever. So we get into about that. She was about to be done with me and stuff, and I literally like begged her like, "Don't be done," because that's when I could tell like she was done with me like for real, and I was like, "Nah, like hell nah." That's when I knew like, alright, yeah, I really do like this girl, because I was like, "Fuck no, I don't care what you saying, like this shit ain't over with."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then after that, you know what I'm saying, we just bonded a lot over that trip. And I never took a trip with nobody else either. I never took a trip with a girl before, so that was cool, bro. And it was a good vibe. It was good vibes, bro. Like for sure. So I would say probably the trip to the Bahamas.
And then so on the flip side of that, what would you say is the downfall of the relationship?
Um, the downfall of the relationship was just I had to play a part to play with it. Me cheating, her finding out about me cheating, and instead of us, I would say the downfall was right there. Instead of us taking that time and maybe breaking up like we should have and really healing from that, we stayed together and pretty much was trying to heal while being together, which is kind of hard to do.
You think it's impossible, or you think it's?
I don't think it's impossible, but it's very hard, bro. Like you feel like you can do it until you see the work in front of you. You know?
Do you feel like, because obviously I hate to say this, but like you would be considered like immature, not immature,
No.
not immature, but like what's the word I'm looking for? Inexperienced in dating, right?
Right.
Do you feel like you guys, like she was the same way, like inexperienced and like truly dating?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
100%. And that was it's funny you said it, because that was used to be like one of my argument points, bro. Like,
Did she date dudes before you?
yeah, but it wasn't
Serious.
of no substance. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Like, clearly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much both of our most serious relationship before that was in high school. Even though hers was more serious. She messed with the same dude all the way throughout high school type shit. You know, me, I was
Dylan Devlin, yeah.
Yeah, but like at the same time, that was the last time I had a relationship. Like, it was my senior year. You remember what I'm talking about with
No.
I ain't gonna say the name, but you remember I used to go over there. I used to go over there crib, light skin, had the glasses.
Tell me off camera.
Yeah, bet. But so that was like my only serious relationship. Now I really was trying to be in a relationship, you know what I'm saying, that I could say. Because once I got grown, it was over with. I won't even playing them type games. But
My last question on this topic is this, because a lot of these podcasts or shows or whatever out here, they want to badmouth relationships, they want to badmouth men, badmouth women, right? If she was sitting right here today, obviously our breakup is recent,
right.
and I'm gonna say this before I ask the question, and I'm gonna say this as your brother. I pray that both of you guys learn something from this situation. Actually take a step back and look at the situation, self-reflect on the relationship, and actually learn something to be better. Who knows what the future may hold?
Right.
If 10 years down the road, 5 years down the road, you guys reconnect and you want to be together. Hey, you know what? I'm your brother. I'm gonna support you. But no matter where you guys go in life, relationship wise, I just pray that you guys learn something from this relationship to where you guys can grow as humans, as individuals, and partners. as partners in a relationship. To even if you guys get with somebody else, you learn something from it, you grow from it.
Right.
Because you don't want to be so I don't know the word.
Hurt, angry.
But you don't want to be so like to the point where you're pointing the finger,
Right.
that you don't self-reflect and you still take your toxicity into the next relationship, right?
Sure.
You know, like both you guys could have flaws, both you guys could, but from perspective, you're like, she did this or he did this, and then there's a lot of times that happens where like, oh well, the reason why we broke up, the reason why you pulled the trigger on breaking up was because he cheated. But like I said earlier, when it had to do with me, you ain't thinking about all the little things that you did to lead up to make him okay and comfortable to say, you know what, I'm just gonna go out here and do this. Right? Or vice versa. So you can't never be so shallow that you forget to look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm not saying that you're to blame, but I played a part of this. You know, like there was things that, because here's the thing, unless somebody comes into a relationship cheating from day one, there was something that happened to allow that happen to get to that point. And until both of you guys, like you said earlier, when it came to the siblings, until everybody in the situation self-reflects and be honest with themselves, you're just gonna keep going
in circles, bro.
Yeah, same circles. You know, whether it's in this relationship or in the next relationship. So I just pray that both of you guys mature and both of you guys can figure out, you know, what you guys need to do to be better, just better humans, first and foremost, better people, men and women, and better partners in a relationship.
I appreciate that, bro, for sure.
So moving on from that, the last thing I just want to ask you about, man, I'm gonna bring you back. Obviously,
Wait, you ain't let me answer the question you asked. I forgot what you asked for real. You said if she was sitting right here, what would I say?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
You good? Pretty much, bro. I would just tell her, thank you first and foremost for showing me that I had the ability to love somebody. Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. I really felt like I was incapable of that shit, bro. Like, no bullshit. Like, I was be sitting there at night sometimes. Like, people don't even see this part. Like, they just see the womanizer or the, you know what I'm saying? But I would literally be sitting there at night and be like, damn, bro, like, I see this nigga happy, this person happy, they happy. Like, when the fuck I'm gonna get that shit? Why I can't, you know what I'm saying, bring myself to really fuck with somebody or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I would tell her thank you for that. Thank you for exposing my flaws. With dealing with somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Just thank you for the good times. And I would apologize and say, I'm sorry for the part I played in our destruction of our relationship. Because I know I did, bro. I cheated on you, and I know that's not easy to goddamn come back from. And I know that's not easy to forgive. Well, it might be easy. It's easier to forgive than to forget. I know that's not easy to forget, you feel me? And as humans, bro, anytime you see something that reminds you of that, you're going to go right back to that. You know what I'm saying? Any little thing. I would just say I apologize for that role that I played in that and hurting you for that. And I just pray that, you know what I'm saying, you find what you're looking for. You find happiness. I pray that even if it ain't with me, you know what I'm saying? Like that, I pray for your kids because I love your kids. I would just say, yeah, like I just pray that you become a better person. You have the ability to be able to look in the mirror now and see your flaws. See what you need to do better in the future. Fuck your flaws or what you did wrong in the relationship. I just want you to be able to see that what you can do to better yourself, which is what I'm trying to do as well right now. So that's what I would tell her.
All right, so after that relationship, how did that affect you? Like, how does that affect your outlook on relationships moving forward?
Right now, I mean, like how do I say this? I would just say, right now I'm emotionally unavailable. Right now, because I know I got stuff I need to work on, but it opened my eyes that, like I said, that I am capable of loving. And at the end of the day, I did my bullshit, but I know I love the right way. still at the end of the day. So know that I'm capable of doing that, and just that shit. Everything don't turn out how you expect it to, bro. Like that's life, bro. Life gonna throw you curveballs, bro. And it's on us to shit move with the punches, bro. At the end of the day, I'm happy it happened. I'm sad that it happened, ended, and how the way it ended at the same time. But at the same time, I'm happy and optimistic on where my life is going forward. Like I learned a lot out of that, so I'm thankful.
All right. And then obviously the purpose of my podcast is mental health, right? Uh, when did you realize, like, when did mental health become prominent to you? Like something that you realized was like important, and what caused it to cause you to realize that?
I hate to bring it back on that, but probably in my relationship, bro. To be honest, well, scratch that. I'm gonna get real and get personal. It would be in 2021 when I was in Denver at school. Um, so just a little backstory on that. I was playing, you know what I'm saying, playing for Metro State, playing good, and the situation happened. You know what I'm saying. I ended up getting into it with some people. You know what I'm saying, and it came back. It was at the dorms or whatever, and shit went left or whatever, and as a result of that, I got kicked off the team. And when I got kicked off the team, bro, I really sunk into a depression. I didn't think I was capable of being depressed.
Let me ask you a question about that before you keep going. Mm-hmm. Was it the situation that happened that caused you to get into depression, or the loss of the camaraderie of the team that caused you to fall into a depression state?
A little bit of both. Because I can't really say I lost camaraderie because, like, I was still living in the dorms right there. I still see my teammates every day, still kicked it with them every day.
It's not the same, though.
Yeah, it's not the same for sure. But I think it was more so the reason I was depressed is because I knew how hard I had worked to get there. You know? Like, because I worked my ass off, bro, when I got to school, bro. Like, I did a lot of stuff different. I ain't no dude that's going to just be sitting in the gym all the time. I actually made myself get in the gym, working my game. You know, I felt like I was finally catching my break going up. Yeah. And then that happened, and it was just like, because, I mean, if I'm being real, since then, my college career, it took a tumble after that. It was just like stuff after stuff after stuff after that. So I would say, yeah, it was just knowing how hard I worked, and then, like you said, not being around the team. Like, every team I've ever been on, I've been a team captain. Like, regardless, like, yeah, I know I'm good, but I always have been a team player, bro. I always have been about holding everybody accountable because I like winning, bro. I don't like to lose. So yeah. I always been that type of person, bro. And then I felt a little embarrassed, too, because it's like I'm sitting here holding everybody else accountable for shit that they doing. And then
you fuck up.
I fuck up, yeah. So it was like, it was definitely a eye-opening experience, like, to look in the mirror, you know what I'm saying? Because definitely the situation could have been avoided, too. So it was like, it definitely, it hurt. And I, like I said, I sunk into a little depression at the time. Like, and I didn't know I was capable of being depressed. I didn't believe in that shit. I'm going to keep it 100. I was just like, that mental health shit, to be honest, I was like, yeah, everybody go through shit. You know, we all got shit we going through in our minds, but, like, nigga, tough up.
Would you say that you thought before that, you thought that people who went through mental health things and stuff like that, you thought that they were, like, soft?
Yeah, low-key. And I felt like they used it as, like, a crutch.
Yeah.
Like, soften as a crutch. Like, use it as an excuse to be able to act a certain way. Or, you know what I'm saying? Until, like I said, I went through that depression. And, like, I feel like even when you're depressed, you don't even know you're depressed at the time. Like, I didn't know. I just was just, because, like, after I got put off the team or whatever, I was still doing my schoolwork and stuff. But, like, literally, it was COVID year, too. So we weren't going to, like, in-person classes. So every day, bro, I would wake up, bro, and all I would do is I would be smoking all fucking day. Like, from wake up to go to sleep. And I'm literally going through bottles, fifths by myself in a day. Not thinking, I'm just like, shit, we getting lit, you know what I'm saying? But looking back on it, bro, I was hurting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was hurting bad, too. Like, it'd be days I wouldn't take a shower. Days I wouldn't even really eat. But I'm smoking and drinking. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, there was some good times out there, too. But I know, like,
during this one time,
I know I was depressed, like, and...
You ever lost anybody to to mental health?
Yeah.
Uh, listen, because these person's deceased, man. Who'd you lose?
Well, your daughter Jalen,
Okay.
for sure, and it's crazy. That actually, it did something to me, bro, because like you said, bro, I'm in our family. I'm like the glue, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know when I come around, generally people get happy. People are happy to have me around. They, you know what I'm saying? They like it. And I had never met them before I came out there, but I knew, you know, they were happy to meet me. And then when I got out there, they were happy. You know, like she was happy.
Yeah,
And
she kind of clinging to you
yeah,
too.
she did, bro. Like we was locked in, like and then like I feel like I was kind of getting to understand her too. Like, you know, she was opening up to me about little stuff too, like, you know, and it just fucked me up because, you know, of course it happened like not too long after I left. And I just was I always, even still now, I be thinking like, damn, like, is there something that I could have did more? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was so wrapped in my life, you know what I'm saying, that I felt like I could have did more and I could have, you know, really got to,
The
I don't know,
meat.
I just, yeah, the meat of it, like, I could
Yeah.
have really helped her
Yeah.
if I really tried. And I feel like I didn't try for real. And I feel bad about that every day. I think about that all the time, bro. But like,
So with that being said, what?
and I already said I got
Yeah,
one more
yeah.
person too, though. I can't even lie, and this person we weren't like super close. That was my nigga, you know what I'm saying. But shout out to Kevin McMorris, his name Noon. Everybody
Who?
call him Kevin McMorris. He's back in Richmond.
Kevin McMorris.
Everybody call him Noon, man. Long live. But he was a dude that, like, you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna lie, he was on that. He was on bullshit. You know what I'm saying. People feared him. You know what I'm saying. People respected him, and he was a very respected dude, bro. And just outside looking in, cause he ended up killing himself. You know what I'm saying. And outside looking in, you would think that, you know, he was good, like he ain't had no problems with it. But that opened my eyes, like, damn, bro, like even somebody like that going through that silent, like, so that really made me like lock in and like I need to address anything that I might be feeling subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I never had those thoughts, shit, who am I to say that I can't never feel that way? And I just wanted to shit. So that really made me open my eyes to mental health for sure. Like that situation back in school, and then really that was actually right after she, with her, that I got put out the team right before her passing. So that was kind of back to back. So that shit made me open my eyes to like, damn, bro, like you
I'll
need
say this when it comes to her.
to figure yourself out.
If you didn't know no better, you would think that you guys knew each other for years because she would always ask me like, "Oh, when's Uncle TJ games?" And then like, you know, like when you played for was it MSU?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Metro State. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she'd be like, she had the link.
For real?
Yeah, and to your website, and she'd be like, she'd tell me, she'd be like, Papa, Uncle TJ's comes on at this time, and she's like, but you gotta pay. It's like $5 or it's $10 or whatever it was. And then she'd be like, can I watch it? And then like I put it on. Maybe I'm busy, but she would sit there, she would watch it. She didn't know nothing about basketball, mind you, but she would watch it, and she picked out quickly who you were on the team. On the court, she would tell me like she'd be like, "Oh, TJ just scored 2 points. TJ just did a layup. TJ just constantly." She'd come in like, "I'm cooking dinner," or "I'm upstairs," whatever. Like, so she really fucked with you. My question for you though, on a serious note, is understanding what mental health is, taking what mental health means to you, right? And then looking at mental health in our society. In your opinion, where do you see mental health is as a society? Like, how do you think that mental health is portrayed and, you know, accepted? And what do you think that we need to change as a society to address mental health?
Okay, so how I feel like it's looked at, it's definitely more of a light on it nowadays for sure.
Do you think that light is sincere, or do you think that it's because it's trendy?
I was just about to get into that, bro.
Okay,
I
go
really
ahead.
feel like people seeing a couple situations with some mental health stuff that the mental health stamp was put on. I would say, and I'm not saying it wasn't real, but like, you know what I'm saying, that the mental health stamp was put on, and people, like you say, people get behind and start bandwagon like, oh yeah, this type of thing. So I feel like it's a little bit of both. Like, I think it's, you know, there's still people out there that really are advocating for it and are serious about it, but then I still think it's still that percent And that's probably more so like older people, like even maybe your generation, my generation and up, you know what I'm saying, that still feel like, oh, that shit just soft. Yeah, like, that shit ain't real. Like, nigga, suck it up. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. So, I think it's moving in the right direction, but at the end of the day, I just feel like you can't really control how people gonna look at shit. Like, at the end of the day, you gonna have people that's still gonna think of it that way, while there's people that's genuine about it. But going forward, what I think we could do to address it, I feel like in school, K through 12, there should be an elective, bro, or a class where literally the whole class is just you going over that type of stuff, going over how to, even though it's not one specific way how to deal with that type of shit, but giving ways of giving people avenue, coping mechanisms and stuff like that, bro. I think it needs to be addressed, just like the financial literacy
especially,
too.
Bro, you know what? I've had so many people, man, that's been on this podcast, and I've asked this question too, and I like that answer. I think that it should be a mandatory, like before you graduate, before you graduate middle school, before you graduate high school, you have to take these courses because you think about it, right? Somebody who's going from like 5th grade to 6th grade is like but from 8th grade to 9th grade, that's 2 totally different worlds, right?
And then middle school is tough, bro.
Yeah, middle school is tough, and you feel like in middle school, you in 8th grade, you're the top of the total, and then you go into
back to the bottom.
And it's a different bottom. Like it's a drastic. Like you went from being like the head honcho in school to like now you're shitted on.
Shout out to Freshman Friday, nigga. At Huguenot High School.
You're not invited to no parties. You're considered a corny nigga.
You get your ass whooped.
Yeah, you know
on Fridays.
Yeah, so like,
My bad.
I feel like that schools need to. What? I had never thought about that until now. Yes, anybody who's watching this who's in schools, man, y'all need to talk about this in your PTA meetings. Y'all need to incorporate. Y'all should incorporate for these young adults an elective to where, or they have to go through counseling, like a counseling session or something before they enter into 9th grade as an 8th grader, or when they graduate and enter into the real world. Because on each one of those steps, you're going from being the top dog to now you're at the bottom. Because you go from high school to college, you're a freshman, or you go to high school to real world, you're inexperienced. Either way, you're going from being the top of the food chain
and you're entry level,
exactly, or to just bottom feeder.
Yeah, no,
like
real shit.
And I think that's traumatizing to people, for one. But just dealing with high school stuff, like to us adults, we look at high school stuff now. You're like, what? Wait till you get over here, and you're like, that shit ain't gonna matter. But to them right now, that's their reality.
Everything, bro.
That's their reality. That's fitting in, being that kid in school who only gets 20 likes on their post. When everybody else in class is getting freaking hundreds. Or you're going to school now in a day and age where back in the day it's like we got joked on for wearing like not wearing the coolest stuff, but we can fake it till you make it. These days, it's hard. They got all these apps where they be like, them ain't real trues. Or you got a necklace on.
Can scan that motherfucker and be like, oh yeah, that shit fake.
Yeah, you can you can take a picture of them on Google, and they'd be like, them ain't real trues, or them ain't real, oh, them Jordans ain't real. Or
motherfucker coming to school with a diamond tester.
Exactly. Back in the day, your shit's shining. Hey, you think about the ATL movie. That motherfucker had the fucking big ass earrings on. Them shit's Kubrick. It's like, you shining. He's like, you know what I mean?
No, real
back
talk,
in the day,
bro.
we didn't have as much technology, so we could fake it till we make it. Now, there's so much technology that, man, to be the corny nigga at school when you're really not trying to be the corny nigga,
right,
could be really traumatizing.
And that's why, that too is also why there's so many YNs, bro. That YN shit. It's because, bro, like, people say, nigga, can't nobody take an L these days. No, they can take an L. It's just that the shit getting broadcast everywhere when they do take the L. So now it's like, I gotta save face. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, we can get to fighting and shit. It's pretty much word of mouth. You can damn near say you want the fight went how you wanted it to go, and people gonna take your word for it if they want right there. Like now it's like, oh shit, your shit got posted on Facebook or Instagram. And they got thousands of views, bro.
Stomped in,
yeah. Like, and now it's like, all right, now I gotta go kill this nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I'm. So I would definitely, bro. Like, I think in school they need to have like some classes for that shit, bro, because. Like, even with our general, like I said, we look past it, oh, that shit's soft, but it's not, bro. It's real. It's really real, bro. Like,
so. I feel like if they're going to take that approach, though, and I hate to say this, though, I feel like that the person who's teaching this class cannot be like that. Like, no offense, that middle-aged white lady.
Nah, real
Or
shit.
he needs to be somebody who's he or she needs to be somebody who's culturally in tune.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And the
and
kids can relate to.
it don't need to be it doesn't have to be. I'm not saying it has to be a black person. It could be a white person. It could be an Asian person. They have to be culturally in tune, right? Because
And they gotta be rough around the edges, bro.
yeah,
Straight
like
up.
they gotta be able to like let the people be who they are and be like, you know, tell them like, nah, motherfucker, like, you know, this is like you can't come in there because this generation is not responding to
Pat
like,
on my back.
Yeah, like back in the day, like you could talk to us like on some professional stuff and and just be stern and we'd adapt. Nowadays, it's like you gotta literally cuss these motherfuckers out almost
Real shit, bro.
to get to get them to like really pay attention, you know, because
That's all they respect, bro.
yeah, and so I feel like that is something that is really that's a great answer. That's what I'm gonna say. That's a great answer.
That's off the top too.
Now let me ask you this last question, and I'm gonna let you get out of here, brother. What do you think of the podcast?
Man, this shit dope, bro. Like, this is my first time being on a podcast too, so
Ever?
Ooh. Ever, bro. So
Okay.
you definitely scratched some on my bucket list, so appreciate you for that. But yeah, bro, it's like I say, bro, like I said to the camera, I don't know if you heard it, but like, bro, I'm just proud of you, brother. Just show your growth and you trying to do something to change lives, bro. That's at the end of the day, that's all niggas want to do for their life, bro. Like you can sit here, have all the cars you want, all the money you want, bro. But if you ain't touching lives, bro, and making a difference, bro, what the fuck is you really doing out here, bro?
Touche.
And shout out to you, bro, because regardless, if this motherfucker get 3 views or 3 million views, bro, this shit gonna help somebody, bro. So I say big ups to you, bro. This shit dope. Nice ass setup. Got the liquor on deck, you feel me? Shit. Nah, I fuck with it, bro, and I'm blessed to be on this jump.
I appreciate that, brother. That means a lot, especially coming from you. I just gotta get my my other 2 brothers on here.
Yeah.
Jew and Mike. So
Get them on there, and then we can have a whole brother panel. Shit, that'll be dope.
Now, with that being said, I feel like this. I feel like I always need criticism, man.
Mm-hmm.
What's something that you feel like I could do differently? Something that you would like to see on the podcast? You know, just like constructive criticism. What's one thing for the podcast?
I would say maybe, because I feel like the flow you got with it, like, it's not so structured. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we're going to do this at this time and this at this time. But I would say, shit, just let your guests talk a little bit more.
Okay.
For sure. Like, just let your guests, like, I would just try to refrain from responding or saying anything. I know it's some stuff that, like, questions come in, boom, right then and there, you got to get it off. I get that, but, like, let them get everything they want to say out real quick, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That would be my only thing. I think this is a great touch, the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe. I don't know, bro. Honestly, I don't really have too many criticisms. That would be the only one, bro. I think this shit is dope, bro. I think you're doing a great job with this shit, like, for sure, bro. Like, you opening up the space for people to feel comfortable. Got these comfortable ass chairs, you know?
Hey, man, listen. You said, Alicia, if you're watching, you hear that? Comfortable ass chairs. Alicia said her criticism was, you need to get some more comfortable chairs. This shit's uncomfortable. See? Everybody's asses is different.
I fuck with it, bro. I mean, it's cool. It could have been no cushion on this motherfucker shit. You feel me?
That'd have been wicked.
Yeah, that would have been wicked. But nah, I like I said, I like the whole setup, bro. Like, you make a nigga, and then you make a nigga feel like a star on this motherfucker. You feel me?
Well, you are a star in your own right, man. Your own right lane, you know? Like, you are a star, man. Like, we're all stars. I'll say that before I say
a king. Shit, nah, real talk.
We all
real
are stars. And let me say this, too. No matter what you do in life, make sure that you are the star of your show. You're the star of your life story, right? Don't let nobody outshine you in your life story. And don't let nobody talk down on you. And you feed into that. That's the thing. Because people are going to always judge you. They're going to always have something bad to say about you. They're going to always, find something, to just say.
Right.
Right? Have enough confidence in yourself to not, reiterate that. I hear a lot of people say, like, oh, man, like, yeah, you know me, I'm a little stupid sometimes. Man, don't call yourself stupid.
Right.
Like the rest of the world's gonna call you stupid. The rest of the world's gonna talk down on you. The rest of the world's gonna call you ugly. You know, whatever the case may be. Speak positive things about yourself.
Cause that shit ain't true till you get that shit power.
Yeah, you know. So I appreciate you, brother, from the bottom of my heart, coming on this podcast, sharing your story. Definitely gonna have you come back because there's some things I want to talk about still.
Damn right.
But I always say it's a little more difficult interviewing people who I do know,
Right.
especially my siblings.
Shit.
It's kind of tough, especially coming off the top of the head. That's kind of tough. But at this point, it's my favorite part of the episode. Is where I get to be put in the hot seat, where you get to be the interviewer, and you get to ask me some, questions. So welcome to Teej TV.
Teej TV, you feel me, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, hear me. But nah, okay. Since we doing that, I do got a question for you, bro. So, what would you say was the most excuse me, y'all. What would you say was the most pivotal point in your life? Like, it could be a moment, it could be a time, it could be anything. What that made you want to? That made you realize that I need to do better, and made you want to do better? What was that one pivotal moment, like that the main thing that made you feel like that?
Yeah, made me want to feel like I need to do better.
Yeah, that you just wanted to be better, bro. Be a better person, better man, better everything.
2018.
Okay.
When I looked around and I went through a rough patch, I won't say I was depressed at all. I was in a good spirits, actually. I just was in a rough patch. I didn't have a lot going for myself. I didn't really have a lot going on. But at the time, I was living in Texas, and shit was cool, but I felt like I was in a rut. You know, like I didn't have a car.
Like you stuck?
Like I just got a car, actually. Sorry. I just got a car.
So this around the time, my bad to cut you out. This around the time you came to see me at the for my jam. Okay,
Yeah.
bet.
I was in a place where the gym was the only thing that I had rocking, and I hid behind it. What I mean by that is thousands of people knew who Herc was. It felt good, but it felt like no one knew who Kashawn was.
Jeez, that's deep, boy.
You know what I mean? It was to the point where I went to a restaurant with my ex, who was my girl at the time, and people recognized me. They're like, "Oh, you that dude Herc from Instagram. You that bodybuilder guy. You know, you're that fitness influencer. You're that whatever, you know?"
Right.
And that was cool, but then nobody, not even my girl at the time, really knew who Kashawn was. Right? And then when I was like wanted to reach out to the people who would know me, it was almost like a shame because I had like I told you earlier, like I really looked in the mirror and I didn't feel comfortable reaching out because I felt ashamed of the things that have done. I don't know why both of us got a call. Like, what the hell? But I feel like that was pivotal when I said to myself, I said, okay, I need to make sure that I'm different moving forward. And since that day, I've really been adamant and persistent about being a different type of guy, different type of person, different type of man. It's not always seen. People don't always see it. You can't force people to see stuff. People still want to see. It's easier to see
the same shit in somebody than something different.
That, but I was gonna say it's easier to see something that fits your narrative than it's something that makes you think outside of what has been portrayed to you for so long.
He preaching right now, y'all hear this shit.
So many people, like for instance, I'll give you an example. For so long, people will say they might say like this guy is let's just say a cheater, right? Mm-hmm. In every relationship that he's been a cheater. And then finally he gets with a girl who don't know that he a cheater. He ain't cheating. 5 years go by, he ain't cheated. He takes that girl to be around people
that know him.
Mm-hmm. And somebody says, yeah, you know he a cheater, right? She done seen everything
been 5 years. She
Yeah.
done seen what's up.
Like he cheated. He's changed his ways. He's adapted. You know, people only change. First of all, let me just say this: people only change if they want to change. You can't make somebody change.
That's a fact.
Anytime you make somebody change, they didn't change. They just acquiesce their behaviors to align with what you want them to do, right? So,
Message.
so for me, it was like I had to learn that because I used to always want to be like, look, man, like you guys don't see, you're not seeing that I'm changing, and it would make me kind of like get angry.
Nah, for sure.
Because it's like, yo, like I'm doing all this work, and y'all not seeing it. Y'all just still focus on the shit that I did when I was, 19. And I think a lot of people forget that when it came to me being a parent, when it came to me being a man, our dad, he was out the picture kind of by the time I was like, 17,
Right.
18. Like once I turned 18, it was the focus was on you and you.
Right.
Right. I was for myself. And no shade to him.
Yeah.
But that's just how it was.
Because, we do got a fucking factory of kids, so you got to goddamn keep them bitches moving on the conveyor for sure. Real shit.
Yeah. And so I went from that to having kids.
Early, too.
Right. And I think people forget that. And I think even, unfortunately, I feel like my kids forget that. They're not, I won't say forget.
They just don't know.
They've been fed so much bullshit that they're not able to see that, hey, man, my dad was not perfect, but neither was my mom. But at the end of the day, both of them were fucking kids.
Real
Kids
talk,
trying to raise kids, right? And everybody's putting their 2 cents in here and there, here and there, here and there, and we're trying to figure out who we are. Nothing against, like, not even to talk about being a parent. We're trying to figure out. We just graduated.
Yeah, real shit, bro.
We're trying to figure out who the heck we are, right? And then now I got my daughter to take care of, and then oh wait, damn, now I got a son on the way. I got 2 kids, so then I make a decision to do X, Y, Z, join the military, whatever the case may be, and then I'm taken out of my comfort zone, and I'm put into. Let me tell you something. Let me just say something I've never said before. I feel like if I never joined the military, I feel like things would have been different.
For real?
Yeah, because you think about it, right? I'm taken out of the military. I mean, not out of the military. I'm taken out of my comfort zone. I'm thrown here, 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 and here, where I've never been, and my eyes are just like bing, to all these women. I'm a young man who's never had a quote unquote hoe phase, right? And I got all these women. I'm in the military, and so women, just young women, old women, all just love men in uniform,
niggas.
right?
Yeah.
And they're just throwing themselves at me.
And you far away from your family.
Yeah. And so I'm going to make mistakes. Those mistakes became exubricated, and then they were used against me. I never got a chance to, reconcile those fuck ups.
For the casuals, what does exuberated mean?
Huh?
For the casual, what does that mean? Exuberated.
Exuberated is like pretty much like expounded upon, like it's like blown up.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it was like, it went from being something that could have just been like everyday, not every day, but like your normal relationship problem, to now it's like the whole family knows it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it. It's just this big, huge problem, and everybody's poking their nose and their 2 cents in it. And then it became, I'm going to say this while we're on camera too. I hate to hijack your interview, but
bro,
no, it's my interview.
I was going to say, this your interview time. This your segment, gangster.
So let me just say this. I want to say this before.
Talk that shit, nigga.
I find it really odd that, for me, this is how I've always felt, that I'm not allotted and afforded the same
grace.
Ooh, good word. Grace. That every other person is. My own family side with the ops, for lack of better words, right? And I feel like they side with them because it benefits their narrative, right? And it benefits them because, oh wait, I can align my mind with and my story with this person, and that's gonna benefit me when you know the truth.
Right. It's gonna make me seem right.
Yep.
Or yeah.
And then it's like you guys know the whole situation. You know what I've been doing. You know that, and I stand on this. Like, I wasn't perfect in the situation in the beginning, in the middle, or the end.
Right.
I could have, going back, looking back on it now, but you know what they say. What's it called? Post vision or something.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, though.
Whatever, what I'm trying to say. Like, it's always clear to see it in the future.
Post nut clarity.
No, not post nut clarity. This dude, post nut clarity.
I mean, in a sense, it's the same shit though.
Not really, because post nut clarity is when you pretty much, it's like saying beer goggles. It's when you fuck a girl girl, because girls don't have post nut clarity. When a dude fucks a girl who's ugly, and then he after he busts that nut, he looks at her and like, whoa, why did I do this? That's post nut clarity.
But I mean,
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like, looking back on the situations the decisions that I made. Okay, I can see why you say that.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah,
looking back on the situations that I made, the decisions that I made in certain situations. Mm-hmm. I could be like, damn, like, that was stupid, or I should have thought about this, or I should have took this person's advice.
It's easy as hell to do that.
But in the situation, I'm trying to figure out if you know who I am,
right?
The decision that I made will make perfect sense of why I made it. For example, I'll give you an example. Just because I like to be honest on my podcast, right? When it came to when me and my ex-wife's first split, and she left the state with the kids, it was brought to my attention that was considered parental kidnapping, right? I could have easily pressed charges, have my kids brought back to me, and before anybody gets in the comments and lies, I'll give you a perfect example that aligns with it. If you remember my ex, I'm not going to say her name.
Right.
When I moved to Virginia,
mm-hmm.
we were there for like maybe a month, and what happened? You remember?
I don't.
Remember? We got the sheriff showed up to our doors.
Oh, yeah.
And then she had 30 days to take the kids back to Florida,
mm-hmm.
right? Or she was going to go to prison for parental kidnapping. So before you hop in my comments and you want to say that I'm lying, I'll paint the scenario for you. We were married. We're about to go through a divorce. And she just up and left the state. I was stationed in Florida. And she just left the state without my permission, without my knowing, and took my kids to North Carolina. So before you hop in the comments and try to defend her, understand that the truth will set you free. I could have pressed charges on her for that then. I chose not to because I didn't want my kids to hate me.
And then away from their mama, bro.
Yeah, I did not
want that.
I didn't do that. She took that opportunity to use that against me, mm-hmm. to paint all these
that you don't want your kids.
Yeah, that I turn my back on my kids. All that. So
let me cut you off right there, bro. Y'all women out here, bro. Y'all gotta stop doing that shit, bro. If you got a man, regardless of the shit that y'all done went through, gang, regardless of that, bro. If you got a man that's trying to handle his responsibilities, bro, put your fucking pride to the side and let that man do that shit, bro. Cause that shit's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up for the man. At the end of the day, it's fucked up for you because now you just complaining about bullshit. And it's fucked up for the kids in the most capacity because they don't deserve that. They didn't ask to be here, my nigga. So I'm sorry to cut you off,
no,
but I had to say that shit.
I'm going to piggyback that and say this. Two things about that, and I'm going to be done with it. Two things that piggyback that. Also, when you do that, now you have to spread a lifetime worth of lies to keep that story up, to keep that narrative up, because you're too afraid to face the fact that I fucked up, I did wrong. I kept your father from you, but I can't do that because I don't want you to look at me bad. So I'm gonna tell you that he abandoned you. He's a piece of shit. He cared about his next girlfriend, and that's bullshit. He cared about his next girlfriend's kids more than you. No, what did you expect me to do? I'm 30-something years old. The likelihood that I'm going to date a woman who has no kids, very little.
Yeah, right.
You want me to just date this? First off, ain't no woman going to date no nigga who's going to come in and only be about her and not her, and not even pay attention to her kids.
Real shit.
So you with our kids, or you with that man's kids, would you do that? Would you accept a man that's going to just date you and say fuck the kids and not even pay him any attention? No. So stop painting this narrative about your kid's father that when he dates somebody else who has kids that he cares about the other kids more than you. It's not the truth. Especially when you're not, Especially when you're not allotting. Now, understand, I'm not saying this about. I'm just speaking in general. I'm not saying this about everybody. To those women out there who have children's fathers who you truly give them, because a lot of people try to say, oh, I give them the opportunity and the space to be a part of their life. Yeah, not really. But to you women who out there who are truly doing that, giving that man the opportunity and space to be a father to his child without having to deal with your attitude and all your rules and all that, because you should not be putting rules. Nobody's putting rules on you as being a mother, so you shouldn't be putting rules on him as being a father. Right? So if you're doing that the right way, doing it, and he's just not stepping up, then shame on him. And I'm going to leave it at that, because I don't want this podcast to turn into that and be known for that.
But I got to say something first.
I'm going to say is we have to just, as a community, as parents, we have to do better. And the second thing I was going to say, I was going to say two things. As family, stop putting your 2 cents in on things that don't have nothing to do with you, right? I'm not going to say you need to be loyal to your sibling or your kid or whatever that is in the situation. I'm not going to say that. Just stay the fuck out of it. Don't even get it involved, because no matter which way you go, it's going to look bad and it's wrong. You shouldn't be commenting on, you shouldn't be putting your 2 cents in, you shouldn't be putting your anecdotal experiences with that. Because here's the thing, you're putting in your 2 cents about, oh, yeah, my sister or my brother, whoever's in the situation, they're this, they're that, they did this with me. Y'all don't have kids together, so it's not the same situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So stop putting your 2 cents in it just because you think it's going to benefit you or make you look better with the other party. Stay the fuck out of it, because if you have kids, how would you feel if that happened to you? And if you have done that, I think that you should reach out to your significant, not your significant other, you should reach out to your sibling. And if you've done that, you should reach out to your sibling and apologize to them. Grow a pair, man up, woman up, adult up, and own up to where you went wrong. Apologize to them. You can't do that. Stop trying to say that you're a great person.
Great answers, bro. We gonna end this with the word for 2026 is accountability, bro.
Fuck ice.
Nigga stupid. Real talk though, bro. Accountability, bro. That shit gonna take everybody a long way, bro. And I'm saying this for myself too, bro. We don't think we better than nobody out here, bro. We just trying to reach common ground so that we all can get better. So I appreciate you, bro, for this interview, man. I appreciate you opening up a little bit to me. Now let me take over this joint a little bit, and I appreciate you for having me, bro.
Of course. All right, man. Like always, if you guys haven't already, hit that like and that share button. Follow us on Instagram at Minor Emotions the Podcast. Follow us on TikTok at Minor Emotions the Podcast. If y'all haven't watched my previous episode, man, that Monica Durant episode is going crazy. I appreciate all the love and support on that. First video that I posted to go get over 1 million views. And that's because of you guys and you guys understanding the importance of this podcast and what we're doing here. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. And like I said, if you guys want to come on this podcast, share your story, just sit down and have a conversation, a meaningful conversation that could impact the life of somebody else. Please don't hesitate. Shoot me an email to mindemotionthepodcast@gmail.com. And for the first time ever, if you really want to come on the podcast and you don't got email, you don't want to do email, man, shoot me a text to 702-525-6118. Bam. We out of here. Peace.